Welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. I'm your host, Cooley. Tonight is debate night and reaction night. Let's go. And y'all see the suit too, man. Listen, new studio, new podcast by the spirit, not by the letter. Bro, we can go verse for verse all day long. Doing new things. Men are okay with understanding the reality that we are in competition with one another. But you ladies think that you're special. You are in competition. Men are men of their word. So here's my word. I'll fly you out here and we can do it in person. And after that, we could box. I'm about my business. So remember I said, when I ask you these questions, I will dismantle your entire argument. That's the end of the debate, my dog.
I'm 39, but I don't look your typical 39.
Belly.
Yeah.
You look 39. It's okay though. That man isn't intimidated by a woman like you. He's annoyed by a woman like you. Because a man doesn't want to date another man. He wants to date a woman. All right, ladies and gents, welcome back to No Fugazee Podcast. Again, I am your host, Cooley. And tonight is open panel debate night. We're going to be reacting to some content that the members sent me first, and then we'll be opening up the floor for people to join. Anyone that wants to join the stream tonight, it's going to be the first link that's pinned in the YouTube comments and the first link that's pinned in the YouTube description. We're live on Facebook as well, so if you want to join the show tonight, come on over to YouTube and click the first link in the description, and I'll bring you on up when we start open panel debate night. Now we're going to be going in order. So you guys, if you want, you can start coming in now, and you can go ahead and click that link and get in line, basically. Place your position in line. And the next link in the YouTube description is going to be for the members. So we got three tiers: gang, hitman, and mob ties. You join any of those tiers, you're locked in with us, and you get a lot of different special perks and privileges when you become a member. Perks like I prioritize you for debate night, and many different other perks. When you click the link and you sign up and become a member, it tells you what perks you get. So that's one of the benefits. Shouts out to Tiger. Congratulations for becoming a new mod. And the other links in the YouTube description is going to be for all of the social media platforms. So if you want to get in touch with myself or anyone from my team, you can go ahead and follow us at Facebook, Instagram, X, any of the social media accounts. Hit us up there. Looks like we already got some people that's joining the stream and putting their self in line for open panel debate night. So that's a good thing. Looks like we're going to have a good show tonight. As you can see, the thumbnail says world views. So that just means that we can debate against world views. If you have a different world view than myself, come on in and we can debate. If you're an atheist, feminist, or if you just watch some of my content and you're like, Cooley, I don't like your take on this. I think you was wrong. You can join the stream and say, listen, this video here at this time, you said this and it was dumb. And you can confront me about it, and we can go ahead and have a back and forth. You know what I mean? And I don't think I'm right on everything. It could be some things that I say. I go live, right? So I don't always say the correct things always. So you can come up here and be like, cool, you said this before. Did you really mean that? I could be like, that was just jokes or something like that. Or I could be like, no, I definitely mean that. And I would not take it back at all. That wasn't a joke. So that's what we're doing here tonight. Open panel debate night. Let's spar, man. Let's spar. Let's have some fun. Let's get into the clips now, man. So we got a few clips that the members sent me, and we're going to hop right into it, start reacting to some content. Let's go. All right, let's see what this is about.
Black women are lazy.
Wow. Black women lazy? I don't understand. What do you mean by that?
A lot of black women are lazy. A lot of, and I can't say a percentage number because, I'm no statistic or analytical person, but a lot of black women want to either be taken care of want to remain on Section 8 in public assistance or are comfortable being a CNA with the W-2 position, right? And not all, because there are black. Okay, you know, they're not all. They're not all.
There'll be a lot of black CNAs that get offended with you saying, with you turning your nose up at CNA. I'm just letting you know.
Because I'm not wiping no shit.
Yeah, so this type of individual here, I debated that guy. I think his name is called The Truth, or it's actually listed here in the comments. I think maybe that's his name. But yeah, he has low IQ. As you can see, he's actually acting like the female during this conversation. She doesn't say all black women. She says a lot of black women are lazy. Then he goes and say, oh, well, wait, black women? Like, he's acting like he doesn't understand generalities and he doesn't understand what she's speaking about. Oh, well, a lot of CNAs are going to be mad. There's going to be a lot of black CNAs that's going to be mad about what you said. So, right? If the black CNAs that's getting mad, if she's not speaking about those CNAs, they shouldn't get mad, right? But if she's speaking about the CNAs, then okay, let those other CNAs get in their feelings. You get what I'm saying? So she's being not super specific on what she's saying. She's just speaking in general. Like, there's a lot of black CNAs. One, she's being specific about the career field. She's being specific about the benefits that they take, like Section 8 and things like that. And then she's being in general on the black women. Not all black women, but there's a lot, right? And she also was, she stated that it wasn't, she doesn't know the percentage or anything like that. So that guy is just dumb. Whoa, there's going to be he had nothing intelligent to say. So he just tried to tone police her. He took the position of a female. And I debated that guy on Fatty and Ali's channel maybe about a month or 2 months, probably like 2 months ago. And I watched him. He got low IQ. He don't know how to think. It's a lot of people, maybe they don't have low IQ. I'm about to start saying you don't know how to think. I mean, if you don't really know how to think, you may also, that may, convert over to low IQ. But there's some people with high IQ that just don't know how to think. Like, he thinks like a girl. That's the thing. Yeah. I'm about to start saying he don't know how to think. Dudes like him do not know how to think. You think like a woman. What's going on, man? Even when I debated them, this guy was talking about, oh, well, I think women should date just like men, and they should go out there and go on as many dates as possible. I'm like, okay, well, do you think that would increase the probability of them sleeping around more? Yeah. He says, yeah. Then I say, okay, well, are promiscuous women a good thing or a bad thing for themselves, for their family, and for society? He says, no, it's not a good thing. So therefore, if you're promoting women to date just like men and rack up a whole lot of dates, the probability increases for them to sleep around. The probability increases for them to be whores. And he bit the bullet and said, yeah, but I still think that they should date like men. He doesn't know how to think. You don't know how to think. You contradicted yourself. You just don't know how to. Stupid. Let's watch more.
For $18 an hour. And they're proud of that. Girl, I make $21 an hour. $800 a week. What the fuck you gonna do with $800 a week?
The CNA community is gonna come after you then.
Are they? Yeah. I apologize. Because we do need them. I just would never be one. A lot of.
And there was another guy that the CNA community is gonna come after you then. Now we can dissect this a little bit more. Like, she's saying that, these women are lazy because I would say, yeah, if they're on Section 8, yeah, you're lazy. For sure lazy. It's really not about laziness, though. It's that, if these women are on Section 8 or a CNA, they are still looking for a top tier man. They're looking for a man that's in like the 1%, and they want that man. They don't know how to treat that man. They don't know how to attract that man. If they do attract that man, they don't know how to treat that man. But most of them don't even know how to attract that man. So it's like, yeah, man, these women tend to go for guys That's out of the ballpark. That's one thing. The other thing is that they're chasing the wrong thing. You should be chasing, instead of a career and family, instead of career and education and stuff, you should be chasing a family, a man and family. That's what women should be chasing. So their priorities is all messed up, and it's nothing wrong with being self-sufficient, right? I think that women should strive to be self-sufficient. And if they have any dreams, sure, go ahead and try to make your dreams come true, but it should be prioritized. I think what should be priority is family, children, things like that. Women, you have a time clock. You're not going to be young forever. And when you're 35, it's a high risk pregnancy. So why waste your most youthful years and the years where you have your highest sexual market value when you're 20 through all in your 20s, you waste that on getting smashed at college. You waste that getting smashed because you're working in all of these careers and you got a work husband at this job, another work husband at the other job. So you end up with a high body count when you're chasing a career in education, generally speaking. Not all, but I would say a lot of them do, right? They don't maintain their virginity when you're chasing a career in education and stuff like that, right? The more you experience, the probability increases for you to be damaged goods. All right, let's get into the next clip. Let's hop right into the next clip. Get the likes up too. We got people coming up. Again, tonight is open panel debate night. We're live on Facebook and YouTube. If you're on Facebook, tuning in, I do see a lot of people on Facebook. If you want to join the stream and debate me tonight, we could debate about any topic you want. Come on over to YouTube. That's No Fugazee Podcast on YouTube. That's what I want you to do. All right, what's this about? Let's see.
These are female giants. And they are the world's strongest dwarves. And they'll be competing in strength competitions, all to find out who is stronger.
You're going down.
Yeah. No, you're going down. Go. Easy. Drive. 585 pounds on the bar. Am I clear? Yep. Good job, Zoe. Good job, Zoe. One more. Two.
Come on, big dog.
One, go.
This is actually funny. They got the strongest women against midgets. Against midgets. Is that safe for YouTube? I don't know. Against midgets. People that are half men. Nah, they're not half men. But it's just funny. And they're still, I haven't seen this, but they're still probably gonna lose. Let's see who wins or loses. This is interesting.
Come on, you brick! Oh!
Bro, how you get body slammed by a midget though like that? That's crazy work. Okay, the midgets fully dominated the strongest women in the world. I guess this is supposed to be like the strongest women in the world, or bodybuilder women. Very, very strong women and big women. And the midgets just dominated them in wrestling. Oh, man. And these feminists talk, oh, well, men and women are equal and all of this type of stuff. I have these girls come on my podcast like, yeah, I can beat a man up. Listen, chick, you can't even beat up a midget. Because you're not even one of the strongest women in the world or a bodybuilder type chick. And these midgets are dominating.
Come on, Zach. Come on. Crazy work. Yes.
I guess they call it dwarfs. All right, my bad. So giants versus dwarfs. Let me be politically correct.
Next one.
You got this. Big one. You got this, girl.
Come on, girl. Yo, Lorenzo's already at 4 plates right now. I think Brittany's stuck at 3.
Easy, good. Pull. No.
Oh, man. Now, you know, I would say this when it comes to like the whole lifting stuff, the taller you are, the harder it is to lift. Like, I don't, like, my bench isn't too heavy. Like, I don't, like, I'm 6 now. I think my max bench when I was like 30 was, you know, around, it's like 3 something. Probably, what is it? 310, 305, one of those. But I'm not doing that now. I'm doing, you know, 225. You know what I mean? I stay there. And if my shoulder is good, I go up to like 285, 280. You know what I'm saying? So when you are taller, it is harder to lift. It takes more strength because you're moving the weight in a further distance.
Got to move over.
Lorenzo's got it on his own. Emily decided to help Britt with her 315 deadlift. Emily and Brittany are going. I did not tell them they couldn't do this. We're going. Go! Oh! Go!
Okay, this challenge was interesting because you pick up, you know, the woman giant picks up a dwarf and the dwarf picks up the woman giant, and you see that the dwarf is dominating in this competition as well, fully dominating. One, picking up the women faster, running faster. So this just shows the quickness, the agility, the, you know, a lot of different strength capabilities that dwarfs have over, they would say, giant women. I wonder like how tall these women are. But yeah, let's keep going.
Winners! Winners!
All right, so the dwarfs has 4. The women giants, they have 3. So it looks like the dwarfs are they're in the lead.
These are female.
Okay, that was it. So that was the end of the competition then. So it looks like the dwarfs won. That's crazy. Oh man, I can't wait to do my dating and relationship show where I get these feminists on a podcast. I'm definitely going to reference this video. Like, wait, you said you're stronger than a man? You can beat a man? Have you ever seen this video where it's giants, women that are very big and very strong going against midgets or dwarfs, and they get defeated by the dwarfs? Do you think that you can stand a chance with even a 13-year-old that's 5'8"? Probably not. All right, let's get to the next clip. Get the likes up. Let's go. Listen, man, a like is free. So like the podcast. Don't just sit around and watch. It's a free way to support the show. Why not? Right? Why not support the show the free way by just tapping that little button, liking the show, man. Like the show. All right, let's get over to the next clip. Once again, if you want to join Open Panel Debate Night, go ahead and get in line by clicking the link that's pinned in the YouTube comments and pinned in the YouTube description. You click that link, I'll start bringing people up shortly once we got some people back here. I've seen some people came backstage, but then they left out. That's good though. I know that that the link itself is working, so that's a good thing. All right, next clip.
I've been talking to this girl for about 4 months now. 4 months. I haven't gotten no type of play. We've had small dates here and there. Like we really connect. We really click. But you know what I'm saying, just about like 2 weeks ago.
All right, pause right there. He been talking to a girl for 4 months and he still haven't gotten no play. Let's analyze what he's saying. If he's saying that he hasn't gotten no play, this means that he's looking for play, which generally most men would be looking for some type of play, sexual activity with the woman with 4 months of dating. Generally, that's just what's going to be on a man's mind. Hey, they're going to look for it at the first date, right? So he's still been talking to her for 4 months. He haven't gotten any play. Let's watch more.
Now I'm lying. Like a week ago, She told me some news, gang. She told me, bear with me. She told me that she has AIDS. She has AIDS. But here's the thing, though. I really fuck with her, though, bro. Like, I honestly see her as like my other half, bro. Have you ever felt that much in love?
Complete loser. Complete loser. This is a position that you never want to be in as a man, where you have no options, so you'll settle on anything. You'll risk your life. You'll put your life in jeopardy by messing around with a woman that has AIDS because you have no other options of no other woman. This is crazy. Very, very crazy. And the position that he's in as a male is pathetic. His father would look at him in disgust. His ancestors are rolling over in their graves like, boy, what are you doing? This is called pure disgust. Like, imagine, like, you like, man, listen, like, I already knew it was bad anyway that he lacked options because he's been talking to a girl for 4 months and he hasn't gotten what he truly wanted. Now, if he truly wanted was a relationship, okay, fair enough. But seems like he want to get his little meat wet, right? Now he says that, oh, and she told me that she got AIDS. Dang, homie, you about to risk your life? You about to go up in there and risk everything? I can't even imagine that. I don't care if I had no options. I'm not risking my life. Like, that's the crazy thing. Like, that's the part where he got to be super horny. So it's 2 things that's going on. One, he has no options. Yeah, of course, if you don't have any options, you obviously, you're not getting the release a natural way. You probably using Pamela Henderson, which I don't recommend. But it's worse because he's like, well, even though she got AIDS, well, I'm really feeling her though. Like, imagine being like, man, this chick put a gun in my head the other night, but I forgave her. Like, I'm really feeling her. That's what, like, yo, it's like, chick was so bad, right? So bad, cock it back, so bad. And he like, yeah, she like, let's just give him a name. He looked like he look ugly. He only look like, he not even a Jamal. Like, he looked like a Tyrese. Something like that. Let's call him Tyrese, right? Shorty got the gun to his head like, Tyrese, I told you it's over between me and you. You dead, homie. She got it to him. Boom! Pulls the trigger. And you see the shell too. Yeah, y'all like that. Nerf guns, but these the shells right there. Boom! Cock it back again. But she ain't shoot him. But anyways, she put the gun to his head and he's like, baby, I forgive you. I know you was about to murder me, but she bad though, yo. So I'ma take her back. Like, I'ma tolerate that. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Just imagine the position you have to be in as a human being after a woman tells you that she got the death bug, that she got the one time. She got the one time. Listen, all you need to hit it is one time and your life is done. She got the one time. Chick tell you she got the one time and you still gonna go forth with it? You still gonna go through with it like, yeah, I'm about to hit that. I don't even understand it. This is another thing, right? There's no more, there's the low IQ people, right? That we still know the low IQ people. But there's more people out there. They just don't know how to think. They don't know how to think. The other clip we reacted to with that dude, he thought like a female. And this dude right here, he just thinks like a loser, a beta, a weak male. Just think like you want to lose your life. Oh man, let's watch more.
Like, that's my other half. I've been talking to her for 4 months. It's my other half, bro.
I quit. Homie said that's his other half. He been talking to her for 4 months.
And, you know, she came up front to me. She told me she has AIDS. And long story short, gang, I'm thinking about giving myself AIDS willingly, you know?
Matter of fact, I take that back. She ain't put the gun to his head. He put the gun to his own head. Hey, yo. It's different. I did the wrong analogy. She did not put the gun to his head. He put the gun to his own head. And matter of fact, she told him, like, yeah, go ahead and put the gun to your head. He was so pathetic, such a loser, no self-dignity, put the gun to his own head, and he about to pull the trigger. Oh, man. Now, people in the chat probably like, Cooley, you exaggerating, like, you know, they got like a pill out there where you can take like once a day and most people survive. Like, look at Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson ain't, like, Magic Johnson's still here. Listen, dog. I don't care if it's Magic Johnson, Magic Lewis. I don't care if they give me the magic sauce. I'm not sliding in them soul gaps. It ain't happening over here. I don't care if that's the last chick on the world to procreate with. Man, listen, it's just gonna be the end of humanity. You ain't catching me. And I think like when like a woman has that, and you have a baby by her, it could pass down through the baby. I don't know. I ain't no scientist, right? So you guys probably know more than me on that topic. But that's just not a risk I'm willing to take, man. And we see men, betas like him. You only find yourself in a situation taking risks like that. I repeat, I'm going to keep on repeating it. When you have a lack of options or when you don't know your value. Because you cannot have any like options. Maybe you're young, you're trying to figure some stuff out, really don't have a whole lot of options, but you understand your value and you have some self-respect for yourself. And you're not going to go ahead and compromise your life for some vagina. That's just not what's going to happen. Like, that's crazy.
Talk to a couple of talk to a couple of friends and shit. You know what I'm saying? I've been talking to this girl for...
All right, well, that's the end of that clip. That homie is dumb. Oh, man. Get the likes up. Like the podcast. Click the bell icon so you're notified of when I go live next. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let's go. Next clip. All right, let's see what we got.
What you think is worse? Being half black and white and looking Hispanic or Latino? Being half black and white and looking white? Or being half black and white and looking black? I low-key feel like the worst is being half black and white and looking Hispanic. Because it's like no matter what group I try and fuck with, they're not having that. You're confusing the fuck out of the Hispanic people because...
One, I hate women that cuss. Like, if you cuss a whole lot, that's just disgusting. You're, like, unattractive. I don't care if you're black, white, Hispanic, Asian, what you are. A woman that cusses is just like, it's like you're tainted. You're tainted. Why are you cussing so much? Right? It's disgusting. Stop cussing.
They want to vibe with you like you're one of them, and then they find out and they're like, appalled. Like, I'm sorry. You go to the white people like, hey, I'm black and white. And then God forbid you just go to the black people. And now it's your mom is white. And like, I just hate that. Every single time I tell somebody I'm half black and white, you look Hispanic. Like, I don't know how many times I got to tell y'all Hispanic people look like us because we was here first. And they literally are us. Like, they're blends of like African and...
I ain't gonna hold you. Shorty do look Hispanic, right? It be like that sometimes. You know, women, they be mixed. They be black and white, but they be looking Hispanic. It'd be hard to tell as well. These are facts. It do be a little bit hard to tell, right? Especially in America, because some of these American Spanish women, first generation Spanish women, they don't even speak Spanish up north. Now down south, Florida area, nah, they super bilingual. But up north, you'll meet a lot of Spanish women that are Puerto Rican and stuff like that, Dominican, and they don't know a lick of Spanish, right? That's just pathetic. But what she's saying here is just showing that she's sensitive. Like she's saying, oh, well, you know, what's worse? Black and white biracial that looks Hispanic, a black and white biracial that looks, you know, black, a black and white biracial that looks white. Which one is worse? Well, worse. What do you mean by worse? That's who you are, right? You got to stop worrying about how other people look at you and worry about how you look at yourself. That's the key here. A lot of women and men that have the thinking of women, they think just like a chick. They're sensitive, they're emotional, and they're worried about how other people view them because they don't know themselves. And they're not comfortable in their own skin. Well, I need to like find something and attach onto some type of culture or some type of what? Bro, be who you are. And be happy who you are. People are going to talk junk regardless, right? Think about it. Like, even if you full black people talking junk, even if you full white people going to still have an opinion, even if you're full Spanish, people going to have an opinion. And now you black and you white, okay, they're going to have an opinion. We all have opinions amongst one another, right? So don't be so sensitive. Don't be so sensitive. And that's the thing. Let's try to get away from low IQ a little bit. I don't like the way she thinks. Third video, I don't like the way they think, man. Their thinking process is all messed up. This woman, she thinks so emotional and she's so sensitive. She's thinking about how other people view her. The last video, homie had weird thoughts. Beta simpish thoughts. The video before that, he thought like a female. Oh man. All right, let's get to the next video. Again, anyone that wants to join the stream, click the first link that's pinned in the YouTube comments. You can come on and join up. We can debate about anything you want. If you see the title of this video on YouTube or Facebook, it says, we welcome feminists, we welcome atheists, we welcome the black fatigue people, we welcome haters, we welcome anyone that has a different worldview than myself to come on up and we can debate tonight. Or if you just seen a video of mine and you're like, well, Cooley, I really didn't like your take on that. You were wrong. Come on up and let's spar. Let's debate. You click the link, come on up. You can join with your phone or laptop. Just make sure your camera is on when you come on up. All right. Little update for you guys too. Since everyone's in here, we chilling. I will be doing a stream, a girl show this Saturday. We're going to be doing a dating and relationship show this Saturday. And then the next show is going to be the next girl show is going to be next Saturday. So we're doing back-to-back shows, two girl shows this month. Normally it's like one girl show a month, but this month we're going to knock out 2 girl shows this month, especially February. It's a short month anyway. 2 girl shows. So one this Saturday, one next Saturday. We're going to go live Saturday at around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So stay tuned to that. I think we got about maybe 4 girls or a little bit more booked for this Saturday. And then next Saturday, a big panel. I think about like 8 girls coming for that panel. But all right, let's get to the next clip. Let's keep rocking and rolling. Well, this isn't a clip. This is just a post. It says 2025 abortion rate by racial group. All right. So we got the population of the race, and then we have the percentage of abortion. Interesting. I don't know if this is accurate. Someone let me know. One of the members or the mods let me know if this is actually accurate. But if it is accurate, it shows that black people are only 12% of the population and abort 47% of their children. That's crazy. Hispanics, they are 19% of the population and abort 21% of their children. So Hispanics like, no. I keep papi, I keep Jose. We name him Hector. We name Jose Hector, or we name her Maria. We're not gonna, even though we live, we barely have food. She drink from my boob until she's 17. Spanish women, they look like they'll breastfeed the baby until the baby is grown, till it's not a baby no more. It'd be 18-year-old boy, homie, after basketball practice, right on the boob, like drinking some milk. Then we got Asians, 17% of the population, only 2% of them abort their children. Yeah, Asians, they don't even believe in that. They're like, huh? What? Huh? Asians don't play no games. They like, nah, they don't even believe. That don't even correlate with their beliefs. They got white people, 59% of the population, 27% of abortions. That's fairly high too, but black is crazy. 12% of the population, 47% of you guys are aborting. 47% of women are aborting their children. That's just, man. Like, imagine your ancestors, black women that aborted your children. Just imagine what your ancestors are thinking. Like, yeah, you fought through slavery, overcame KKK, right? Crosses being burned on their lawn, people being hung, just for you to abort your children, where you're living free. You're living free. You're not going through a fraction of what your ancestors went through. You're not going through a fraction of what black women went through just 50, 60 years ago, right? So it's crazy. And it just shows you that the dating marketplace is just all messed up, man. All messed up. And because of women, they have the choice, right? They have all of these contraceptives, plan A all the way through plan Z. If they don't like the man, they go ahead and abort that man's baby. Don't make no sense. They don't make any good decisions. Like, lack discernment, lack the ability of choosing a man, lack the ability of, well, at least choosing a good man that's going to be a good father, and then lack the ability of, thinking. Don't even know how to think. Like, oh yeah, I'm going to go ahead and sleep with this man. Yeah, I know that, it's unprotected. Like, and then you have a baby by the man, and then you have an abortion. Just makes no sense. Hedonism. Oh, I just want to feel some pleasure. No matter how it comes, I want to feel some pleasure. Let's get to the next clip. Well, that wasn't even a clip. That was just, I guess, a stat sheet. Okay, 1 second here. We got some people that's coming up. Yeah, we got some people that's coming up. Let me see who this is. See if he wants to debate or not. Welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. State your name and what do you want to debate about? Yeah, your camera turned off, man.
All right, sorry about that. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you. It's a little choppy, but speak a little more for me. Let's see.
That's actually really choppy. Hold on a second. Is that better?
That could be a little better. Speak for me.
Okay.
Yes,
that's
a quick
good. Question for you. I just want to ask, do you place your beliefs at all in biblical cosmology, or would you place your faith more so in NASA? As far as the creation story.
Oh, the creation? What you mean NASA? You mean like science?
Well, yeah, because NASA's creation story it is the exact opposite of the biblical cosmology. So I'm just trying to ask you if you agree with NASA's Earth creation story, or if you believe in biblical cosmology creation story.
Well, yeah, it would be the biblical story, not the NASA. You're referring to like evolution, though, right? When you say NASA,
I would believe that NASA and evolution and the Big Bang are all kind of like
the same. They go hand in hand. Oh yeah, no, biblical scriptures. That's what I believe in. That's what I would believe in more for sure.
Okay.
But yeah, what do you want to debate about then? And yeah, I don't know. Chad, he said biblical cosmology. I'm like, wait, what?
Well, yeah, the reason why I brought up like like if you say that you would believe in biblical cosmology, creation story, as far as the Earth creation story over NASA's creation story that goes hand in hand with evolution and the Big Bang. Isn't that kind of like a contradiction? Because biblical cosmology is completely contrary to the NASA story, and what's confusing to me is there's a lot of there's a lot of people out there who believe NASA, and then there's people who say they believe the Bible, but then you have in the middle where people believe the Bible and then they say they believe NASA, and it's just really confusing to me. And a lot of it kind of stems down, the biblical cosmology story kind of stems from where people have always gotten the whole flat Earth concept is based on biblical cosmology.
Got it. Yeah. So you're saying that the biblical cosmology, you're speaking about flat Earth. Yeah, I don't believe that the Earth is flat. So if you're speaking about biblical cosmology, like the Earth is flat, then yeah, no, I don't believe that the Earth is flat. But as far as biblical scriptures, it doesn't say that the Earth is flat itself.
It doesn't use that exact word, but there's over 200 verses in the Bible that talk about it. It doesn't use the exact word flat, but it does use things like
firmament.
It uses things like the Earth is immovable and it can never be moved, and it is set on its pillars and stuff. Like there's a lot of them. There's like over 200 of them.
Yeah, no, that would be right along the line with science itself, though, because the Earth is, when it's saying like the Earth is unmovable, like it can be referring to the Earth can't move outside of its position around the sun and the universe itself. It's like it's here. Gravity is holding everything together and it's all moving around together. It could mean something like that, where I know that science explains a lot. They have a lot of different stories for it, but are you a flat earther or do you believe in evolution?
I absolutely do not believe in evolution at all. I think that's really absurd. I wouldn't call myself a flat earther. I would more so label it as, if I had to label it, as biblical cosmology. And I don't think science can prove biblical cosmology, because gravity is just a theory. And gravity has never been proven at all. And also, Earth's curvature has never been proven. There's not a single shred of evidence that proves Earth's curvature.
Yeah, well, there is, man.
Other than what NASA provides.
You know what? This I have someone. I wish he was up here, because he knows all of this stuff about the Earth rotation and how it's not flat and all of this. But that wouldn't be my area of specialties or area of knowledge. But from what I've looked at briefly, the evidence shows that the Earth is not flat. From what I've looked at, but
yeah,
with that being
the
said,
evidence is given to us by
but I don't
things
believe
that cannot
it's
be measured.
Yeah, I don't believe that the Earth is flat at all. And I'll be honest with you, as far as us not being able to detect the curvature of the Earth, that just doesn't make logical sense if you're flying on a plane, or even if you can look at many different things to show that there's a curvature to the Earth. If there's no curvature, then why does the sun, move and it like disappears? But then, like, just speak about day and night real quick. Time zones, right? So we're in the East Coast, Eastern Standard Time Zone. You're looking at Western Standard Time Zone. There's a 3-hour difference. The sun would be moving from different areas. There would be light and day on different areas. And even if you're in America and then all the way in China, there's differences when it comes to that. Maybe Dane knows a little bit about this.
A lot of
Let's
that
bring
has to
him
do
on
with
up.
like atmospheric conditions. A lot of that has to do with.
Okay. Dane, you're on stream right now. You know anything about this these flat earthers, man? Any type of evidence you want to talk about on this?
Yeah, some people, I think they stay up late at night trying to find up things to argue about that have been settled long ago. On your verse that you were referring to vaguely about the Earth being immovable and all that.
Well, that's just one of them. I have a book that has over 200.
I get it. But I'm just asking you, which verse was that?
It was either in Job or Psalm. I don't remember exactly.
Job or Psalm or a billboard or a pamphlet you read somewhere, huh?
No, it was a book I got off Amazon.
Do you understand that the Bible has different types of books in it?
Well, different types of books and translations, yes.
Yeah, I know. Can we take turns?
Yes.
The Bible is made up, the Protestant Bible, for instance, is 66 different books. And those books are grouped into different genres. You have historical books like Genesis, Kings, like that. You have poetic books like Proverbs and Psalms and Song of Solomon. You have liturgical books, like Leviticus and stuff like that. So when you say, well, the earth is flat or that it doesn't rotate and revolve and that sort of stuff, because the Bible says something about immovable, do you realize that the Bible has a lot of poetic language in it? For instance, the Bible talks about God gathering his people up under his wings like chicks. Do you believe that God actually has wings?
No, I believe that there is a lot of analogies and different descriptive language inside the Bible and allegories.
What are you talking about saying that the Bible doesn't, or implying rather that the earth doesn't rotate and revolve around the sun? If you also understand that the Bible has figurative language, why would you be quoting that? Well, there's a verse that's either in Job or Proverbs or somewhere that says the earth is immovable, if you understand the Bible has figurative language.
Well, it goes to whether or not you want to believe if some of the scripture is literal, to be taken literal, or as a different, like, figurative of speech or something of that nature.
Yeah, it all boils down to whether or not you want to come up with something to talk about so people will think you're intelligent and some kind of Bible scholar or something that you can get attention for by saying, well, the earth is flat, and then people will talk to you about it even if they argue with you. They'll talk to you about it to argue with you, and it gives you attention and makes you feel important. And sometimes if you get with the other flat earthers, then y'all can feel like y'all the flat earth bros, and y'all are like, your own little, y'all are kind of like the mafia, but without any nerves. and you get attention and you feel like you have friends, but you really don't have a clue what you're talking about because you read a book that told you about some words in the Bible.
Oh no! I saw a lot more. This is just one book that that I got off of Amazon that has 200 verses that describe the creation of the earth from the Old Testament to the New Testament.
Do you know what the purpose of the Bible is for? The Bible's purpose. Do you know what that is?
Salvation.
Yeah, it's to point us to Jesus.
No, I understand that.
It's not.
I'm just trying. Basically, I'm just trying to find the truth, and you know, there's tons of predictive programming, and like we're jammed these beliefs, you know, from first grade, up until graduating, and I believed in everything I was taught in school, and the Bible scriptures is just one aspect of it, but like I've seen like experiments done of high altitude balloons.
Let me ask you a question though. Let me ask you a question. So, because you're like a flat earther, and thanks Dane for coming on up, man. I appreciate you, brother. Let me ask you a question though. You're talking about flat earth and stuff, and you're trying to seek out the truth.
Biblical cosmology.
Are you in a relationship?
No.
You're not in a relationship?
No, sir.
Were you ever in a relationship?
Oh, yes.
And the relationships that you were in, do you find yourself leading the women, or do you find it being more like, you taking lead from your woman?
Well, I guess it would depend on the relationship. Usually, I mean, I've only been in 3 long-term relationships. I mean, I've been with more than 3 people, but only 3 long-term relationships. And I haven't really put deep thought into it, but for the most part, it was.
Well, that's not.
I would say pretty traditional, but this was years and years ago, and I wasn't really living,
Okay, fair enough. You're talking about years and years ago. I was just asking a question. Are you the head of, like, if in the past, were you the head of the household and the head of your wife, and did your wife follow your direction? Yes or no?
Well, as far as financially, like my part, I covered financially, but like there was
I'm not even speaking. That ain't what I'm speaking about, man. I'm not talking about financially at all. I'm just asking a question. You spoke about Bible and you want to seek the truth. It seems that you're having some trouble answering this question because from your past and probably even now, you're not the man that you should be to be leading a woman, and that you weren't a man that was leading a woman.
Yeah, I'm not even thinking about that.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and that's what you need to be focused on. Forget about reading something in the biblical scriptures and trying to figure out if the earth is flat or not. Listen, man, it ain't flat. The things that you should be focusing on, you need to get. I would say, listen.
No proof, though.
I would say that.
That's all.
What I'm saying is,
I have
what I'm saying is this. It's very simple.
All I'm saying is you can't factually say that the Earth is a globe.
I got you. Whatever you want to say. Here's what I'm saying to you. Your priorities is all mixed up. You're not prioritizing the right things, right? You need to be prioritizing the things that you can actually change here on Earth.
No, I agree. I'm not going to argue that.
But listen, let's just grant it and say that the Earth is flat. Listen, the Earth is going to be flat and you still going to be a loser, and chicks ain't going to follow your lead, whether if it's flat or round. What I'm saying is you need to work on yourself. Biblical scriptures tells you, Corinthians 1, verses 8 through 11, for the man did not come from the woman, but the woman from the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. This shows a hierarchy in a relationship, and you should not tolerate a woman that does not have the ability to follow your lead from the past all the way to your future. That's not anything that you should ever tolerate. It also shows a clear distinction that the man is the patriarch and the patriarch is necessary. So those are just some similar. If you don't have that figured out as far as in your own life, in your dating relationship, the flat earth and stuff like that, bro, that's like, you shouldn't be focusing on that at all. Right. And I'm not trying to be rude with you or anything.
No, I don't.
I'm just saying
I'm
that.
not really. I don't like focus on it. Like only because like I watched for like been subscribed probably for the last like 2 weeks and have been watching the debates and stuff like that and hear a lot of biblical scripture talk and stuff like that. And the other day somebody came up and brought up 3 different topics, and one of them was flat earth, and you said it was above you, and I was just,
no, I said it was below me.
Oh, okay.
Beneath me. I said it was beneath me.
Yeah, or beneath you. One of those things.
Yeah.
You said it was. Oh, you said it was beneath you, and I just found that to be interesting because the Bible has its own cosmology that is completely contrary to your cosmology, which is why I was confused.
Yeah, well, here's what I'm saying, man. I'll just be honest with you. It really doesn't matter if the earth is flat, round, if it's in a potato shape, if it's in the shape of this water bottle. As a man, if you don't have your priorities figured out, the last thing you should be worried about is the earth. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not trying to cut you off, but
that's all. Well, I'm not. Well, you said you're not trying to cut me off, but you were just cutting me off. That's all I'm saying. So let me go ahead and get some more people up here. I do appreciate your time and, you have sharing your opinion on the things that you believe in, but let's get some more people up, move the conversation along. You have a blessed day, man.
You too.
Yeah. So chat, that's one thing. Like, all right, people thinking like, well, Cooley, man, you speak a lot about philosophy, and like I see that you're moving into more biblical, debates and things like that. Well, my life is together, so I have time. I'm afforded time to think about other things and really get to the truth. Homie is thinking about if the world is flat or round, interpreting scriptures incorrect, and then he doesn't even have his own life in order. That's crazy, man. So that's just game to everybody in the chat. Like, focus on other things. Focus, like, get your priorities together. That's feminine behavior. Females do that, right? When you ask a female, well, what type of man you want? They be like, well, I want them to be, to make money, financially stable, 6'4", muscles, he has to, or actually sometimes they'll start with personality. They'll be like, oh yeah, he has to have a good personality. If he can't communicate, they all like to use the C word. If he can't communicate, then I don't want a man like that. Meanwhile, they'll choose men that don't communicate at all. They'll choose men that has no personality but got money. They'll choose men that 6'4", got zero riz, or that has riz, but talks to her like, hey babe, come over at 2 a.m. She come over, she get pounded out, and then she get dismissed. That's your thoughts are wrong. Remember I said, like, yeah, it's low IQ. Some people be having low IQ, but I think that there's a lot of people that they just don't know how to think. That brother, he just don't know how to think. Your priorities all mixed up. Things are not in line. You're not thinking properly. Don't got a chicks in the past looked at you as a beta. They wasn't following your lead. And we know this because he couldn't answer the question. Once he was like, well, and like moving the goalposts and answering a different question that I didn't ask, I'm like, yeah, man, you don't got the final say in your relationship. Your chicks never submitted to you. You are not that guy. So instead of thinking about biblical cosmology and stuff like that, first think about the things that you can change on earth to get your life in order. Then start thinking about some other stuff. And that doesn't just go for him. That goes for everybody in the chat as well. If you find yourself in that situation and your life isn't in order, if your money isn't up, this is not the channel to be watching. You need to go ahead and watch a channel that's talking about making money. This channel is for dating and relationships as well, though. Like if your chick isn't leading properly, I mean, if you're not leading properly and you're dealing with a chick that's insubordinate and, not listening to you and things like that, you're trying to negotiate your way for sex and you've been with this woman for, 5 years. That's a sad situation you're in, man. This is this podcast, right? Or if you want to debate about philosophy and, all of these other weird topics that we debated on the show. Yeah, that's cool. You could probably get some game for, but like the nonsensical stuff like, oh yeah, I believe that the earth is flat. Biblical cosmology. Bring up some scriptures, interpret it wrong. Like, come on, man. It's crazy. All right. Let's bring in some more people. Stu, turn on your camera. Welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. State your name and what do you want to debate about?
Peace. My name is KV the One. I just wanted to call and kick it with you about the understanding or the misunderstanding of racism. Is that possible?
Okay. Understanding or misunderstanding of racism. Well, tonight is debate night. I am looking for a debate. Do you want to debate about like what do you mean? Like, is racism real? Is racism not real? What do you mean?
No, what I mean is that for the people that say racism isn't real, we could prove that it is. And we can prove that from most people's perspective that talk about racism from 400 years ago, the majority of people in the conscious community are talking about not slavery, but racism 400 years to date.
All right. And what's your definition of racism?
First, we would just basically have to look at the terms, right? So words are made of prefixes and suffixes, right? And ist means you have to be proficient or a master at something. So it can be said that a violinist is a master at not just playing the violin, but also
Well, I said, what's your definition of racism, not racist?
Let me work, please. I'm going to go to both, and I'll put both of them together so you can understand me clearly. Ism is
totally
just
fine.
a way of life. Ism is just a way
I get
of
that.
life.
Listen, real quick. You don't have to go through any of that. I just want you to give me your definition of racism.
You want me to give you my definition your way or my way?
Your definition, however you think about racism, the meaning of the word, please let me know your definition. When someone says racism, what does that mean to you?
It means that a way of life has been formed to stop another group of people from making progress.
I'm just writing this down. All right. So it's a way of life that has been formed to stop another group of people from making progress.
Yes.
Okay. And what do you want to speak about in regards to that?
Well, all right. So I was going to go through definitions in order to put certain things together. But as I was doing that, you kind of just like you wanted my definition of racism. But what I was trying to express is that I don't know what we think racism is, because the majority of us are under the impression that racism means, oh, I don't like you because of the color of your skin. I don't like you because you're white. I don't like you. That's not racism. Ism is a way of life. So it has to be more than just, I don't like you.
Okay. Let me ask then, can black people be racist?
It would depend on if they can produce a way of life for people to not make progress, for another people outside of themselves to not make progress.
Okay. Can black people be racist?
Can they?
I'm asking you, based off your definition, anybody can be racist. Can anybody can be racist?
Of
All right.
course.
So can black people be racist?
Anybody can be racist, as we just stated. But are they is
But
the real question.
can black people be racist? Yes or no?
Yes, anybody can be racist. But are they racist?
Okay.
Is the question. Are they racist?
Are black people racist? Not all in a monolith, but are there some black people that's racist? Under your definition?
What would that look like?
Oh, that would look like, well, let's say if I have a company and the company that I own, I discriminate against people from coming in to even, shopping at my place or working for me based off of, and it's based off of to hold them down from making progress, like you said, to stop people from making progress. So say if I have a business and I provide a service like most businesses do, and I don't serve whites, and by me not serving them, it stops them from making progress. Let's just say water. My business is cleaning water. And in the town, people come to me. Hypothetically, in the town, people come to me to get their water cleaned, and I clean everybody else's water but white people. Am I racist?
No, because that's not stopping them from. No, that's not stopping them from making progress. They can always go and get somebody else. Right?
Okay, so they can just go and get someone else's water. All right, cool.
They can go get somebody
stopping
else's
progress.
Water, or they can go get somebody else's water, or they can go get somebody else to clean the water.
Got it. So stopping progress from your definition then would be where they don't have another option to make progress.
Yeah. Or every angle that they're situated in to attempt to make progress, be it a trade, be it the education system, there's always a lie there, or something that's a misnomer, or something that says look left, but it really means go right, or look right, but it really means go left. Like that would be the stopping of, like, for instance, right? If we look at
under that definition, that then once again, everybody experiences some form of racism because everybody goes through adversities then. So if they're not fully stopping you from progress, but then there's maybe another system in place where you experience some adversity, or there's another certification you got to get to this job. Well, 6 certifications, dag, why? That can be, hindering you from progressing. So, like, I'm really trying to understand, like, your definition is so broad that
so let's talk
everybody is experiencing racism right now. Then.
Okay, so let me show you what I mean. What's the definition of American? Or let me be more specific. What's the 1828 Webster Dictionary version of the definition of American? Right? It says that it would mean a native of the land, of the copper-colored races that was found here by the European. However, now that name in turn is given to the Europeans born on American soil. So what that means to me is that it seems to be some kind of stealing or usurpation, right? So if you're telling me that American, or the term American, belongs to the copper-colored races, then there should be no reason why somebody recognizes me as black and tries to put me in a box called black due to the fact that being American already means copper color. So if you want to put me in a box called the color, or from another nation that I'm not, like African American, which there's no such thing as Africa, America. I've never heard of that place before. However, if you want to give me different designations instead of recognizing who I really am, in order to take my designation and then live off of what? My birthright in my land. That's what's racist about the understanding of calling me a color versus saying that someone else is an American, but they're not of the copper-colored tribes that's from here. So I get to get placed in a box while you get to use the word American and be free. that's racist.
Okay. So that means that like all white people will be racist in America?
Well, the 1870 Naturalization Act says the definition of free
Can you
white
give me
person
can you
does
just give
not
me an
mean
answer?
Caucasian, does not mean Caucasian. So what this would mean is that not everybody that's Caucasian is recognized as white. So when we go to something like the US Census, right, where you get 64% of the nation that marks itself down as white,
Let me
right?
ask you this, right?
Hold on. Let me work. Let me
Europeans,
speak. Let me speak so you can
You've
understand me.
been speaking
Let me
enough.
speak so you
Calm
can
down.
understand me.
Hey,
We don't have
hey.
to overtalk. Listen, I'm only talking to you, brother, so I can get off to you exactly what I mean so you can understand me in clarity. And then you can give me back your information when you understand me clearly. So what I'm saying is on a US Census, 64% of the nation marks itself down as white. However, 31% of those people that mark themselves down as white recognize themselves as Caucasian. So who would be the other percentage of white people? Not Caucasian. So when we say white people, we have to have a better terminology of what we understand, because again, we are going by skin color, but by law, it says that these names are statuses. Black is not a skin color by law, it's a status. White is not a skin color by law, it's a status. And if we dealing with citizenship, then we dealing with law and not skin color. So to take my nationality away from me and not call me American or want to put black in front of American is placing me in a box. And that's racist. He ain't like that. It's all good. I'm gonna mute my mic. He ain't like that.
All right. Sorry about that, chat. Let me see what happens. Do this again. All right. Let me know if you guys could hear me. Had some issues there. My entire computer just shut down for some reason. It was very, very weird. Very, very weird. Let's see if I am. Okay, it says that I am live, but I'm not showing live on YouTube. It's kind of weird right now. All right, let's try this again. Let's go ahead and okay. Are we back? Okay, we are back. All right, good. Yeah, my entire computer shut down. Sorry about that, guys. That you guys had to deal with that. Listening to homie just speak nonsense for no reason. But I don't even think he's backstage anymore. Hey, if you want to come back up, you want to go ahead and finish the conversation about racism, I'll definitely have you up so I can obliterate your entire worldview. Because I know the chat is probably like, darn, Cooley, why do we have to listen to that? Please bring him back up and just destroy him and then kick him off. But no, I'll bring him back up and, I'll hear him out real quick. I would say I already heard enough, but I'll bring him up and we'll have the discussion. Put a 1 in the chat if my audio or anything is good, or put a 1 in the chat if the audio is good and video is good. Put a 2 in the chat if the audio and video is choppy. Okay, it looks like it's good. All right, let me go ahead and get to these super chats. Stu, I still see you backstage. And just turn on your camera and I'll go ahead and bring you on up. For that conversation what the guy was having, that he doesn't know how to think. That's his problem. And I would say two, low IQ, and he doesn't know how to think. So that's two of them. He didn't even make any sense. His definition of racism was so broad. Everybody at any time would be racist or experience some form of racism. His definition was a way of life that has been formed to stop another group of people from making progress. Like, he didn't say a system or anything. He just said a way of life. So how you're living, it stops someone from any way from making any progress. Then I give him an example about, I own a water company in a town and I'm stopping people from, I'm not serving them water and I'm not cleaning their water. He says, well, they can just go somewhere else out of town to get their water cleaned or buy from another water company. He says, but even if they experience any adversities, then yes, that's still racism because it would be people stopping them from making progress or a group of people stopping them from making progress. So it was very, very weird. Very, very weird. Oh, man. Let's see here. Let me just check YouTube real quick to make sure I'm still good. Let me look at the comments. Cool. You ask him about Charlie Kirk. Yeah, I had a lot of fun questions for him. Yeah, I had a lot of I just want to see like how he thinks. So, hey man, if you're watching right now, come back up, man. Click the link, come back up. I got some questions for you, man. I got questions for you. And you know what? Like his type of thinking is nothing new. Fix my audio real quick. That should be better. And let's do this. All right. Make sure the audio level is good. 1 second here, chat. Computer just randomly shut down. Listen, I know chat, y'all was tired of him speaking. My computer must be racist under his worldview because my computer stopped him from speaking and making progress. Or no. My computer stopped me from speaking and making progress. So my computer must be racist towards me. He was still speaking while I was going. Oh, man. Let's get to some of these chats. We got PR sends in $15. I appreciate the support, man. He says the black population doesn't increase because the Dems plan has been working. The percentage has only increased by 1% since 1900s. I run this. Okay. We got Dane Snyder sends in $5. He says, the meme is saying blacks are 47% of abortions, not 47% of the pregnancies. Margaret Sanger founded Planned Parenthood in order to kill babies. Okay, the meme is saying blacks are 47% of abortions, not 47% of... Oh, yeah, no, I knew that. It said that blacks were 12% of the population. I probably misspoke for a brief second there when I read it the first time, when I was reacting to that meme. We got Dane Snyder again, says in $10. I appreciate the support, Dane. He says, so tired of so many, usually women, telling stories about how others view her as if she can read their minds. Truth is, they make it up. Look at me. I'm oppressed. They just want attention. This is true. The one video that I reacted to, I see what this super chat is referencing. Yeah, man. And even in regards to that video of the mixed black and white woman saying and complaining that, oh, well, it sucks to be, biracially mixed between black and white because she just doesn't fit in. And, people think that she's Spanish and all of these things. She just was projecting onto other people how she views herself, which is very insecure. That's all she was doing. So she was projecting. And the funny thing is, when you do that, it creates some sort of victimhood. And Witkid Dreams actually sent me a video, which I looked at right before I came on stream. It was a good video, and it essentially said something along the lines that it was a study, and they took a group of women, and these group of women were going for a job interview. Before they went for the job interview, they said to the women that, hey, we're just trying something. We're doing an experiment to see if we put a scar on your face, that if you'll still get the job, or if you'll experience any type of discrimination with this scar that we put on your face. So these group of women met with the makeup artist. They got these scars put on their face, which they thought it was real scars being put on their face, but actually it was nothing. It was just makeup, right? And then they went ahead and, they went for the job interview. And then after the job interview, they asked them, well, did you experience any discrimination, any racism, anything? And all of the women, 100% of the women said that, yes, they experienced discrimination. They felt that they were a victim, and that they were oppressed because of the scar on their face, and et cetera, right? And what that just shows you, that if you say something, like it has everything to do about how you view yourself when it comes to this victimhood, rather than how other people view you, right? So people that have the victim mindset, now it's not to say that people don't discriminate and people aren't racist and people aren't prejudiced, or people aren't actually thinking about you and making fun of you in their head. That goes on. But to the degree that people think that it really goes on, it doesn't go on at all. Most people are just projecting their insecurities onto other people and thinking that those people view them as weird, right? So then they consider themselves to be a victim because, oh, they're looking at me weird. They're discriminating. I feel oppressed now because they're looking at me weird, Oh, now look, if you think that someone is looking at you weird because you got a scar on your face, when they talk to you, then you're not going to think that the conversation is genuine. You're going to be like, oh, they probably, they got ulterior motives. This wasn't a genuine conversation, right? If you already think that someone is looking at you weird, it's safe to assume that when they start speaking to you, it ain't genuine. They got ulterior motives. So you're still the victim. So that's what that creates, man. And I'll be honest with you, growing up as a black man, I definitely suffered from the victim mindset for a long period of my life, like all the way up until I was 23. All the way up until I was 23. I had my first daughter when I was 23, and it wasn't I'm a father now. I have no choice, or I don't have the privilege to consider myself a victim. I need to go out there and, make something of my life so I can protect and provide for my daughter. So that's when the victim mindhood just, went out the door. But before that, I was king victimhood. I was just like the black brother that came up. I was just like him. Well, no, I wasn't just like him. Homie was weird, but it was like, what I mean? I didn't think I was nowhere near like him, but I had the victim mindset. Let's just say that. Homie was weird. All right. Next super chat. We got PR sends in $2. He says, I run this. Okay. We got, this guy's funny. What you run, bro? We got Tiger sends in $10. The worst is being a black albino guy like me. The whites know I'm not white. The blacks don't accept me as black. It's a nightmare. Trolling. We got C Mag sends in $10. I appreciate the support, man. I think I put this on the chat when he was there. Turn on the lights. Yeah, when a one brother was up, I seen you put that super chat in there. We got a PR again sends in $10. He says, asking people about their relationships during a debate about an unrelated topic is a terrible tactic. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant and makes you look like you have nothing else to argue with. Well, no, it wasn't irrelevant at all. I already told him straight up, like, I don't know anything about, I'm not a scientist, right? So you would be having a conversation with yourself. But not only that, that's why I brought up Dane, right? Because I thought that Dane maybe would have something, to bring to the conversation. But even the guy that I had up, he really didn't have the ability to really articulate his point. And then not only that, when he would bring up verses, and even from my knowledge, I know that he was, interpreting the verses incorrectly. And then he was just making claims. He was making like these claims that it was true. And I debunked one of them by just speaking about time zones and stuff like that, which he had no refutation for. But me speaking about relationships while he was up is because I knew just how he was speaking. I knew that he was an individual that lacked confidence. And so I was like, you know what? This conversation is irrelevant anyway, speaking to a flat earther. And then, let's just address what we all can observe right here now. I think that you guys got more out of that than a flat earth conversation. So no, I was being completely, that wasn't like a tactic. That was like, if anything, I was trying to help the brother out. Like, bro, you got your priorities mixed up. Thinking about the wrong things. And that's for everybody in the chat. If you got a woman at home and you don't have the final say, or she doesn't follow your lead and submit to you, you shouldn't be watching me right now. The only type of stuff you should be watching is my dating and relationship shows. Just so you can get some game. Other than that, you really shouldn't even be watching that. You should leave her and go work on yourself. You need to improve as a man. Now, she just could be an unruly woman and she is not able to submit to any man, which is why I say just leave her, right? Now, if that's your wife, that's a little different story. You want to, keep that relationship going. And you want to go ahead and try to become a better man, see what's really going on. If it's just her, like, is she really indoctrinated by feminism and she thinks that she's equal to me? Then, you're going to need God on your side. And maybe click the third link that's in the YouTube description, book a consultation. I got you, man. We got, Dane Snyder again says in $5. He says, that one dude, he confuses racism with oppression. Yep, he did that. A person or group can be a racist without any power, to prevent the other racial group from doing anything. Yeah, I know. So it wasn't anything about racist at all because his definition had nothing to do with ethnicity, culture, race. It had nothing to do with anything. I wrote his definition down. It says, racism is the way of life. If the way of life has been formed to stop another group of people from making progress. So a way of life that has been formed to stop a group of people from another group of people from making progress is racism. So it has nothing to do with race. I was about to ask him mad questions on that. So this means that like black people can be racist to other black people. He would have had to concede. Yes. This means that, the list goes on and on, right? Stupid, low IQ individuals, and you don't know how to think. All right, let's get to some more clips.
I'd like to direct a question to Reverend Mitchell. Do you think that we will be satisfied with the jobs they are giving us?
Yes, son, I think so. Simply because we are asking that you be trained on the job, and they start you off with a certain salary starting rates, and you would be promoted up to the maximum of the job.
No, I don't believe that. The white man is gonna keep you where he got you. You're not going no higher than he wants you to go.
Yo, whoever sent this, it matches up perfectly with the last guy. Listen, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Look, the black dude answered them like, well, yeah, like, in regards to this job, speak about income and all of these things, so you can work and stuff like that. I don't believe none of that, man. I don't believe in a job. I don't believe that they're going to pay me. I don't believe that it's going to progress my life in any type of way. I believe that the white man is just going to do whatever he has to do to hold me back.
And we ain't gonna settle for nothing but all the way. And about this violence and non-violence, I'm for violence. Because we have pleaded for the last 400 years.
What would you say to a young boy like
You know what? I'm not sure how old this is, but him saying that, about violence and not for violence, I'm for violence. If this was around a time where the KKK was out, which it looks like it was because this video is in black and white, I will be all for violence too. It's going to be up. It's going to be smoke out there, dog. It's going to be violence. KKK would have hated me. I would have did it right back. Like, I would have organized my people. We all putting on black masks and we burning crosses on their lawn. Oh, we going in. We going in. Oh, listen, man, we gonna have some guns. We gonna have some weapons. They not playing fair. We not playing fair. It's up. I would have been a wrong type of, how I'm always like, okay, all right, cool. You talking crazy. Well, we can meet up. Let's just, we can box. Let's go ahead and catch this fade. My attitude and my personality back then, man, listen, dog, it would have been up.
Like that, because this happens to be, coincidentally, the young man in the group that Mr. Meek said you did not speak for. How would you talk to a young boy like that?
Well, I would say I would definitely have to use the Bible, Mr. Duggan.
No, I don't want to hear that.
Well, this is my only way.
I ain't no Uncle Tom.
Well, salvation
You
is
can't
free, son.
brainwash me.
Jesus said, first ye seek the kingdom of heaven and his righteousness, and all of these things will be added.
Heaven is on earth, mind you, brother.
Yeah, they got some weird opinions, but so it all depends on, like, this message now is like, all right, well, it don't hold any weight. But let's say this message, back when KKK was at their peak, really out there, committing all type of atrocities. It ain't gonna be no, the Bible talking about peace, right? Yeah, but there's many Bible verses in there that's talking about war. Listen, we raising war.
Where you gonna go when we start revolution? Whose side are you gonna be on? Are you still gonna be on your knees begging for us jobs?
I will.
The kid is funny. And you know what? Okay, so the dynamic is basically the black guy is talking about jobs, white people giving black people jobs. The young black kid's like, man, I don't trust them white jobs. They're going to try some way to hold us back. We need to go ahead and get it on our own. I'm with all the violence, right? You can see that this is not no victimhood right here. If it's back in the day is where I'm thinking, like, 1920s, stuff like that. Nah. It's definitely going up. It's definitely going up. If you experiencing that, right? If you in them, certain states where you're experiencing crazy types of racism, not racism where people are looking at you weird. I'm talking about racism where they just killed your father just for being black. I'm talking about racism where, oh, you looked at Emmett Till type racism. Oh, you done looked at a white girl and she lied and said that you tried to hit on her and now you in prison for mad years. I'm talking about, that real type of racism. Now, if you was experiencing some of that, you need to turn up. Yeah, it's going to be a revolution. But out here now, oh yeah, there's systemic racism. The white man is holding us back from getting a job. I can't become successful at all. That's just a lie. You're delusional, right? That is delusional.
As Mr. Meek said, he wouldn't his die standing on his feet rather than to die on his knees. I will die standing up for God, regardless of any circumstance.
Okay. Have God ever told you to let this white man rule you like he is?
Well, young man, you first must be born again. God is a
No, I
spirit.
ain't born again. I ain't got to be born again. See, I was born in a new generation. You could bring your mother.
I really want to know, when was this video? Can I find it in the comments? Can someone in the chat, can you guys find me when this video, like when this clip was, like what year this video came out? Because this is interesting. Because like you can tell that this kid is truly talking from pain. He's truly talking from a place of a victim. So it's different there. But, you know, you got like the black guys that just came up on my show, and he's talking from the place of being a victim and racism and all of this stuff. It's like, man, you wasn't born when this little homie was born. You wasn't around when little homie was around. Like, we'll give little homie a pass because he was probably really experiencing some hardships. But you in 2026 talking about, oh, well, there's systems that's holding me back from progressing in life and it's ruled by the white man. Yeah, man, you bugging.
Could have brainwashed you, but can't nobody brainwash me. I'm ready. It's gonna take young boys like us to win the revolution. I like the director.
You know what? Homie was with all the smoke, though. He was with all the smoke, man. And, you know, some would say like, okay, he was more like a follower of Malcolm X, something like that, right? Well, yeah, if I was back then, I would be more of a follower of Malcolm X too, rather than Martin Luther King. What? Peaceful? Yeah, that's why certain individuals, God knows, like, yeah, let me not put them in this time, because homie would have got himself killed. But not only that, he would have probably murdered tons of people. Let me not put him in this time. It would have been crazy. Let me put him in over here and, you know, have him be born 1989. All right, let's get to the next video. Anyone that wants to join stream, click the first link that's pinned in the YouTube comments, or click the link that's pinned in the YouTube description. Tonight is open panel debate night. And come on up, man. We can debate tonight. We can debate about anything you want besides flat earth. Come on, man. Flat earth, really? Really? All right, let's see if we got any other chats that came up. We do. All right, we got Snyder sends in $5. He says, I met two creators on Valken Soapbox Tuesday who would be great to come on here and debate you. Crazy and Good News and the Man on the Street show. Okay. Well, tell them to come on up. We got Tyga sends in $2. He says, Cooley, why skip my first super? Don't be a bigot. Did I skip it? Let me see. Let's check, man. I got you, Tyga. No, I read it, Tyga. Maybe you missed it about the albino. Or this one, it says, I demand that my black heritage be recognized. Cooley and Dane are just haters. That one, I appreciate you, Tyga. I did miss one. All right, let's get to the next clip. Get to the next video, unless we got some other. No, we got more chats in here. Let me get to some other ones then. All right, we got Dane sends in $5. I used to be missing one of my very front tooth. It bothered me so bad that I'd completely forget I was missing a tooth until someone mentioned it. We got Snyder again sends in $2. Please tell Uncle Cracker to shut up. We got 8888 BB sends in $10. He says, sending At Tyga hugs for his feelings. Okay. We got Tyga again, sends in $10. He says, okay, nope, I read that one already. And I think that is it. Are we all caught up? No, I got one more. Dane sends in $5. Okay, he says, you'd have to mob up and fight the Klan. That's why we need to defend the Second Amendment. Reagan passed gun control in California because of the Black Panthers. Yeah, that sounds accurate. Sounds like something Reagan would do. All right, let's go ahead and stop sharing that. Let's get to the next clip. Get the likes up. Let's go chat. Hopefully we can get some good people in here to debate tonight. Hopefully, man. Let's go. I'm ready for a good debate.
Let's get ready to rumble!
I'm ready for a good debate. Anyone that wants to join the stream, again, click the first link that's pinned in the YouTube comments. If you're watching on Facebook, come on over to YouTube or click the link that's pinned in the YouTube description. Let me get to the next clip here.
Marry someone that has different political beliefs than you?
I would never marry a guy that's liberal.
Why not?
Because he's gonna raise my son to be a
Man, hey, listen, man. This is true. Studies have shown that women are more attracted to conservative men. They're not attracted to the liberal feminist men. Studies have been shown. And not even that, studies also shown that women actually view the liberal men more misogynistic than the conservative men. Like in a relationship, they feel get more misogyny out of those because they don't even feel like they're like think about it. If you're dating a man and you're a woman and the dude wants to split a bill, or the dude is very like emotional and vulnerable with you, sharing all of his thoughts and all of that. It's like, dag, you're putting all of this on me. Like, I'm a girl. I'm supposed to be putting all of, my emotional stuff on you. You're supposed to be the rock. I'm not supposed to be the rock. So women start to feel overwhelmed when they're dating those panty boys that are liberals. So yeah, good video right there. All right, we got someone backstage. Looks like his camera's on. Let's bring him up. It's dark though. Welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. Turn on the light, man. There you go.
Oh wow. Hey, how you doing, David Cooley?
Welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. I'm doing good. Can you turn it's some background audio from you? Can you turn that down? Well, actually, no, it's good now. It's good now. It was, but it's good now. But yeah, let me know what you want to debate about.
I wanted to debate about the Bible and the Christianity not coming from a divine source.
The Bible and Christianity not coming from a divine source. What do you mean?
Meaning that
like it's not coming from God. It's not godly.
Yes.
Okay, and what's your religious background, or are you atheist?
No, I'm not atheist. I believe in Allah. I'm Muslim.
Okay, you Muslim. So you don't believe in that Jesus Christ is God then?
No.
Okay, all right. And go ahead, state your argument.
This is my argument. One, and I don't mean the when I say that it doesn't come from divine source, I don't mean like the religion itself. I mean like the titles and the new names. You understand what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're saying. Please let me know.
For example, Jesus, who we call Jesus today, that's not his real name. His name was changed. Right?
What was his real name?
I've seen some sources that say Yahshua and Ishu.
Okay. So if the name is different, then it's not divine?
Yes, because there is power in the name. Would you agree with that?
Power in the name itself?
For some names, yes. A name like his, yes. Because I do believe that he's a Messiah, and he's coming back. So I do believe in him.
Explain how there's power in the name. Because I can call you a name, but if the name that I call you, the intent of it is different than how you take it, then it can affect you. But if you really meaning that if I call you a name, but the intent is genuine, put it like this. What are you? Black, white, albino? What are you?
I consider I'm black.
This nigga look weird. All right, I'm messing with you, man. You good, man. I'm joking. We was just reacting to a video about colorism, I guess, and stuff like that too. But so let's say hypothetically a white person calls you the N-word. And maybe not you. Let's say that a white person calls the black man an N-word and it has malicious intent. Well, the N-word itself, historically, a white man using it would have some type of malicious intent, we would say. So therefore, it's like, all right, since this word historically has some malicious intent, if a certain set of group of people use it, then it makes sense for you to feel some type of way, meaning that that word would have some power because it would move you. Is that what you mean? I'm just trying to gain some understanding of what do you mean by words itself have power, or does the meaning and the intent behind the word have power? What do you mean? Because I believe that there's a distinction between the word itself and the intent and the meaning.
Okay. That I agree with what you said, right? But what I meant in the specific sense of divinity. So when we call upon the creator, right? Let me say this. The word God itself, it comes from German paganism, because they used to call their idols gods. So then it came into a translation where we called the creator, we started naming him God. This was never revealed to any prophet. This name was never in an original divine book.
Okay, let me ask you, does God know your heart?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So if God knows your heart, this would mean that God knows your true intent.
That's
what you
true.
Truly mean, right?
That's true.
So does words itself have the true power, or does the heart and the meaning and the intent of what you speak have power?
I'll answer it like this. It's both. But for a person, because I like you. I like watching your podcast. You are an intellectual. You're a smart individual, right? So for a person of your intellect, you would have more responsibility to figure out the right way to say something, or the proper language to say something in. So even though God does know your heart and your intent, he will hold you to more of accountability than the average person. So for a person that he knows this person's intent, but he also knows they have low intellect, or they don't have the capacity or capability to learn, or to know how, or to even know that they need to, he wouldn't hold them to the same responsibility.
Where does it say that?
Where does it say? It doesn't say that specific. It doesn't say that specifically.
Yeah, where does it say that in the Bible? How do you know that to be the case?
Because I do know that Allah doesn't punish people for what they don't know, or what they don't intentionally mean. I don't know what verses that is in the Quran, but it's in there, and I'm pretty sure it's in the Bible too.
Yeah, you would have to demonstrate that and show some proof. But my argument is simply, right, you're stating that words themselves have power. And I'm just saying that, well, it can, how can just a word have power if the intent and the meaning behind the word is what truly moves you, the individual that's using the word, or can move someone else? And then not only that, it can be a good word, right? And then based off of cultural differences, like in America, we can use a word. Let's just make up any word. Let's say jump, right?
Yeah.
And actually, this is a good one. So, slang, when we speak about jump, like, man, I'm about to jump this fool. We speaking about, I'm about to give this fool the hands. We about to all gang up on him and jump him, right? And then you can go to like another, and a white person comes over into the black community. They're like, oh yeah, we about to jump. Wait, jump who? But they just talking about actually jumping, right? So that can be a difference within communication and us understanding one another because of cultural differences. And I don't think that would be like, I don't think that the power is actually in the word itself. I think that the power is from the meaning, the intent, and then also the person that's interpreting the message.
Okay. Listen, so I would say the name of the creator and the prophets, right, are more than just like regular words. They're not regular. So, for example, right, your name is
if it's
David.
not if it's not regular words, then if what you're saying is true, and we should use the original words, the original writings of things, biblically wise, it was written in Hebrew, but like I would say like ancient Hebrew, right? Because like
I
we
thought
don't
it was
even Aramaic or ancient Hebrew or something like that.
Okay.
But I do believe like the language of ancient Hebrew, and chat, Google this for me. I could be wrong on it, but I believe like the ancient Hebrew language has been like, it's erased. No one really knows how they truly spoke Hebrew or Aramaic thousands of years ago. We don't really know the exact dialect that they used back
It was only
then.
2,000 years ago.
Moses?
No, not Moses. I'm talking about Jesus.
Yeah, let's just say, well, Jesus, yeah, that's 2,000 years ago, but like, that's what I'm saying. How ancient are we going? If language is the thing, if you're fixated that words have power and the power is from the word itself, my argument is then if things got, and you believe in the Tower of Babel, right? How, God gave everyone different languages? You believe in that or no? I mean, you believe in the Torah. That's in the Torah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the parts of the Torah is in the Quran? I don't know, is it?
Parts of the Torah. A lot of things it might have the same story, but it's different. If you understand what I'm saying. It's
Do you believe in the Tower of Babel where, God gave everybody a different language? Because they were trying to reach heaven?
Everybody a different language, but I don't know how.
All right, so look, think about that, right? If it's the case that you're claiming your position is Christianity in the Bible is not divine, it doesn't have the divine spirit of God because the language itself is different and words have power within itself, well, then God gave everybody different languages. How do we know?
Okay, so this is how we agree.
I'm just trying to understand what you're talking about because it's not really making any sense.
I'm gonna break it down.
Okay, go ahead.
So we know that he came and gave Moses, right? He gave him a book, a divinely revealed book, and he revealed it in his language. So therefore, the name that the Creator spoke to Moses, that would be a divine name that he sanctioned, not somebody from India, right? Because they didn't speak the language of Moses. So Jesus, right? He had a specific name, which he used the same divine name for the Creator as Moses did, because he himself was an Israelite, not a Christian. His followers were Israelites, not Christians. He never named them Christians. He never said, hey, you guys are called Christians. He never did that. Not once. He never told anybody to be a Christian.
Do you believe that Jesus is the Messiah?
Yes.
Like the Messiah,
Yes.
like that Jesus is God.
No, that's not what Messiah means.
Okay, so you don't believe that Jesus is God, but you believe that he was the Messiah.
Yes.
And do you believe that Muhammad was like just a prophet then?
A prophet and a messenger, yes.
Okay. Now, well, look at the super chat. The super chat is saying that, well, if you believe that Jesus is the Messiah, then you're not Muslim. Is that's
not
actually
true? You have to.
That isn't true then. Okay. You would know more than me. I don't know. I'm not Muslim.
They can look this up. If you do not believe in Jesus, you cannot be a Muslim.
But from my understanding, Muslims do believe in Jesus, but they just believe that Jesus was a prophet.
And the Messiah as well, and also a messenger.
Okay, so he's the Messiah, the messenger, prophet, and then Muhammad is just the prophet and messenger?
Yes.
But not the Messiah.
No.
So who has higher order then? The Muhammad or Jesus?
Muhammad.
But if Jesus is the Messiah, how does Muhammad have a higher order, higher authority?
Because I answer you in two parts. One is because Allah made it that way, and two, when Jesus come back to rule this earth and take it back over from the devil or the evil party, he will rule according to Muhammad's law that Allah gave him. That's why.
Okay, but like if we look at Messiah is a prophesied savior or a liberator of a people originating in Judaism, as a future human king from the line of David. So this is like this would be a savior and a liberator of people. Is there any other higher order than this, or
is there any other higher order than that? No, he has one of the highest honors. Trust me, I'm not here to disparage or downgrade Jesus at all. That's not my point.
No. I'm not. I'm just trying to understand. You're saying some words, so I just want to make sure we're speaking about the same. We have the same meaning with the words that we're using when we're speaking about Messiah. Because how I look at Messiah and what it shows here is that's like high authority. That has a higher authority than prophet. And if Muhammad is just a prophet and Jesus is the Messiah, why would you follow the lesser rather than the person that had higher authority? That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna say my answer again. Even though Jesus is the Messiah, right? When he comes back to rule, he's ruling by Sharia law. He's ruling by the Quran and the Sunnah. Look it up.
Oh man,
this is not my opinion. Listen, Cooley. This is not my opinion,
man.
Right?
No, it's not. Listen. I'm not a theologian. I'll be honest with you. So I'm not a biblical theologian. And as far as debating Muslims, I haven't read the Quran myself. Have you read the Quran?
Over 50 times, yes.
Okay, you read it over 50 times, but when I asked you questions about it, you said that, well, I don't know if it says that or not. I asked you about the Tower of Babylon.
No,
is the Tower of Babylon story in the Quran?
Told you the Babylon story is not in there. No, that's not in there.
Okay. So now you're telling me it's not in there, but before you seem like you really didn't know.
No, I was telling you, asked me about a verse, and I told you I know the verse is in there, but I don't know where it's at. I don't remember where it's at.
Okay, you don't remember where it's at. Well, if you read something 50 times, man, I think that you should remember. I would think that you would remember. What I'm saying here is
different memory abilities. You would agree, right?
Yeah, 50 times is crazy though, bro. What I'm saying is, I would say that I'm not a theologian or anything, and you're not either in the Quran. So us having this conversation would be a little bit pointless because you're not an expert and I'm not an expert.
Well, no, but we're not discussing the Quran.
Well, I get what you're saying. The discussion so far from what we had, I've already refuted all of your points. That's what I'm saying. I refuted every point that you brung up when you were speaking about how words itself have power. I obliterated you on those talking points because I demonstrated how, really the intent of the word and the meaning behind the word has some power. And then also it's coming upon who the message is going towards. Like, you can call me bad words, but if it doesn't affect me, you have no power over me. Right.
Okay. So, let me say this
real quick. So the first topic from when you came in, I already defeated you on that. I don't think that you were aware, but yeah, you already lost that part. But now it's moving on to.
It don't matter if I lost that part.
Real quick.
It's your platform. Real quick.
I'll
let you dominate the conversation, right?
No, I got you. Now it's just moving on to stuff where I don't know. I'm not a biblical scholar, or I know nothing about the Quran. And you don't know nothing about the Quran either, because you can't even go to certain verses and all of these things, but you claim you read it 50 times. Like, no, I haven't even read the Bible 50 times, but we can go through some stuff within the Bible and it'll come on memory.
Well, that doesn't mean I don't know anything just because your memory is better than mine. That doesn't mean anything. Your memory is just better. That's all that proves.
Yeah. No, I can tell by the lack of intelligence within the Quran itself that you really wouldn't know what you're speaking about.
Listen, because the debate wasn't about the original debate is not about the power of words. Okay. Did God or Jesus? That's what
it is about.
Let me ask you: did God or Jesus tell anyone to be a Christian within the Bible?
Did God or Jesus tell anyone to be a Christian?
Yes.
It says follow Christ.
I didn't ask that. Did God or Jesus in the Bible say be a Christian?
No, it never said be a Christian. No, to answer your question, no, it never said be a Christian.
Was Jesus himself a Christian, or was he an Israelite?
Jesus is Christ.
His way of life, was he an Israelite or a Christian?
Jesus is Christ.
Was he an Israelite or a Christian?
You're asking me a question, and I don't agree with the question that your proposition of the question. I'm saying that Jesus is Christ.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was his disciples Christians or Israelites?
Why would Jesus Israelites?
Okay,
but they would follow Christ. But yeah, you're missing things up, right? You're asking questions and you're using words, but you're equivocating on the word. When we speak about Christian, we are a follower of Christ. So his disciples was a follower of who? Who did his disciples follow?
Listen,
did the disciples? Who did the disciples follow?
They followed Jesus.
Who? Jesus Christ. Who did they follow? Wait, time out. Who did they follow?
Christ. You saying his name was one? His name wasn't Christ. That's not in
wait. They didn't follow Jesus Christ.
They followed Jesus. Yes, but
okay.
This is my point.
No. Wait. Did the disciples?
He didn't tell them to be Christians.
Did it? Okay, so then.
They weren't Christians.
Listen. No. You mixing things up. You don't know what you're speaking about. You equivocating on the word. I'm going to give you a definition of a word, and your definition of the word that you're using as far as Christian, you're like moving it around. You're flip-flopping it around, right? My definition of Christian would be a follower of Christ. That definition. The disciples, was the disciples a follower of Christ? Yes or no?
They did follow Jesus, yes.
Okay, so what's your point?
My point is, right, that Christianity did not come from them. That's my whole point. The Bible didn't come from them.
Yeah, bro, it's not working out for you, bro.
No,
you gotta come up with better talking points and a better argument, because
it's just not working out for you, man.
It isn't, man. It's no, it's basic. It's not straight to the point, man. His disciples, they weren't Christian. Did they follow Christ or not? Well, they did follow Christ. Well, the Bible didn't tell you to be. He's equivocating on the word, right? So he's using a word of Christian and saying that, well, he doesn't believe that Christian doesn't mean a follower of Christ. That's his definition of it. So therefore, like, if you call yourself a Christian, he was trying to say, then you are not a follower of Christ. But that's just, he's using the definition wrong. He has the wrong definition. He made up a definition in his head. And here's the thing. He came in here talking about words have power. Well, the word itself has power. And I refuted his argument so bad, and you guys seen it at the end. No, it didn't have any power because you used it wrong. Words have power if the meaning behind the word and the intent, it has the intentionality of it is directed properly for the use of the word. Gotta get some higher IQ people up here. Well, not even that. I don't think it was anything wrong with the IQ, just the thinking. Doesn't really know how to think. Oh, well, yeah, God was a Messiah. Well, which one has higher order, the Messiah or a prophet? Like, just Google it, bro. Messiah. Oh, but somehow Muhammad has higher authority over the Messiah. But doesn't in the Quran it says, I believe, I don't know the passages, but I believe it says something along the lines where it's like, you know, if you want, like, say if like you lose the Quran or the book, I guess Muhammad says, he basically says, go talk to the original people, like the where the book came from. Like go ask the Christians, right? For the real information. Go ask the Christians about if you're following it right. Basically, like if you're interpreting things wrong, go ahead and talk to the Christians and get the right and see if you're interpreting scriptures properly and stuff like that. So even Muhammad himself within the Quran was appealing to the Bible. Muhammad himself was appealing to the Bible. And the reason why is because Muhammad knew who the true prophet was, which was Jesus Christ, right? And that he didn't have any higher authority over Jesus Christ. And I wish I knew the Quran, because then I could, go to the verse, but I'm not no freaking Quran scholar. I'm not even a biblical scholar. But I went off of pure logic, right? Because when these people come up and they speak, they're illogical. They don't really make any sense. But let's get to another video here. Let's get to another video here. Where we at? Oh, wait, I think I reacted to all the videos tonight. All right, well, we got to look for some more stuff. All right, chat, get the likes up. Like the video. We got 2 people backstage right now. I want to bring you up, but your camera isn't on. So turn on your camera and I'll bring you on up. Stu, you keep coming in, but your camera. My bad, chat. Stu, you keep coming in, but your camera is off. You got to turn on your camera and I'll bring you on up. So that's what you got to do. Hey, man, y'all was ripping, homie. Dane sends him $2. He says, Corey, a pit bull with Down syndrome. Dane, man, y'all roasting, homie, up here. We got Dana Gonzalez. Hey, Dana, I went ahead and sent out the merch, too. You'll be getting that next week. She says, no sandwich tonight, just donating $5 of my husband's money. We love the convos over here. Appreciate you, Dana. I appreciate you. All right, let me see if I missed any other chats. I think I did. We got Brother Enoch Davis is in $10. He says, for if we sin willfully after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins. Hebrews 10, verse 26. If you know better, you do better. Jesus, Yahweh, ain't stupid. Yeah. Yeah, dude just didn't know what he was talking about. We got PR says in $5. Muslims call Jesus Messiah. Okay. All of y'all are confirming it. All right. We got Dane Snyder again, says in $5. Says Corey doesn't believe that Jesus came to deliver Israel and save the lost. Yeah, it's all over the place, man. What else we got? Got Dan again. Says in $5. Problem is that Muslims patchwork their cosmology together. Unless he can read Aramaic or Arabic, he hasn't read the Quran. Yeah. And not only that, based off his main argument, then yeah, if you're not speaking the exact language because words have power within themselves, why are you coming on stream speaking English? Right? If you're a Muslim, you should be coming on stream only speaking Muslim. Wait, Muslim only speaking Arabic. Right? Show me your true power if words have power itself. Words themselves have power. Snyder again says, according to Islam, only copies of Arabic and the Quran translations are not the Quran. He hasn't read 50 books, much less the Quran. No, he said that he read it 50 times. That's what he said. He said he read it 50 times. You ain't read it 50 times, man. I didn't even read the Bible 50 times. I ain't even read it 3 times. All the way through. That's a long book. All right, we gotta get the likes up too. Don't be in here just watching, not sending no super chats and not liking the video. At least like the video, man. How many people we got in here? Let me check real fast. All right, we got 228 people in here. How many likes we got? We only got, let's say 60 likes. I don't think this need to be updated. Let me see something real quick. Let me exit this. Hey, no way we got 60 likes. I'm shutting down stream if we only got 60 likes. Oh, we got 118 likes. Okay. All right. I was about to say, man, I must not be doing something right if y'all not liking the show, right? I was about to quit. Nah, I'm playing. We got PR Citizen, $10. He says, Muslims believe that Jesus will have a second coming, which hasn't happened yet. And the Prophet Muhammad is the teacher everyone needs to follow to be ready for his second coming, basically. Yeah, even when he said that, I'm like, man, it doesn't make any logical sense. It doesn't make any logical sense. Someone's the Messiah. You got a prophet. Someone's the Messiah, a prophet, the messenger versus a prophet. But somehow this prophet has higher authority. Like, the hierarchy is all off. Like, say, even if you don't believe that Jesus is God under his worldview, then you don't believe in a hierarchy. Like, something's off there, bro. It's not making any sense. It's like you're working at a job and your manager tells you to do something. Like, it's the manager and the owner of the company. The manager tells you to do something and the owner of the company tells you to do something, and they're both telling you 2 different things. Who should you listen to? Well, I'm going to go ahead and listen to the owner of the company. And then when a manager goes and then when a manager talks to me like, oh, I told you to do this. And they're like, well, no, you go talk to Jerry because, the owner of the company told me something else. Take that up with the owner of the company. You're going to listen to the owner of the company. You're not going to listen to the manager. Now, we would hope that, right, under a normal situation, the information would come from the owner of the company down to the manager, down to the regular entry level employees. But sometimes that's not the case. All right, we got appreciate the support though. Everybody sending in the super chat. Let's give y'all no Fugazi.
No Fugazi.
Everybody that's donated tonight. Shouts out to y'all. And even the people that didn't donate that just like the podcast, shouts out to y'all too. We got Snyder again says Muslims use word, then they redefine what it means. Yeah, man. Like, I haven't had one high IQ conversation yet tonight. Come on. Like, what? It's like, I feel like a victim here. Like, why am I suffering? I know you guys are suffering listening to these low IQ conversations, but I'm suffering too. I'm the one I got to tangle with them. I'm the one I got to sit here like, okay, let me listen. Let me write down the definition of a word. Let me see where they contradict themselves. Then when I bring it up and show you guys that's the only fun part, right? How I caught them, right? Words have power. Words themselves? Yeah, words themselves. That's why Jesus Christ isn't the almighty divine this and this, because it's the wrong word. Well, intent and like the meaning behind it, like God knows our heart. Yeah, God knows our heart. Well, then since God knows our heart, the intent and the meaning behind the word is what truly matters, right? Like the Tower of Babel, that totally obliterated him. Different languages, different words, right? So meaning and intent is power, not just the word itself. He didn't understand that. He couldn't understand. Crazy. We got PR, sends in $5. He says, it doesn't make sense because Muhammad was a con artist. Dang, they going at Muhammad, man. They going at Muhammad. You know what since I don't know the Quran, I could just use tag on all of them, right? Because they don't believe in like the God, the Father, and the Holy Spirit, right? That's not their belief. I'm about to start using tag argument on everybody. Like, listen, if you can't justify and give an account for how you can speak tonight, don't speak to me. Don't speak to me. I believe in a triune God. One God. With that being said, we can give an account and give a justification for how we can use logic, reason, and all of these metaphysical categories on how we can understand one another and interpret information. I can give an account for all of this, but I don't think you can. Now, obviously, they do believe that God is divine, omniscient, not bound by time, space, or matter, but they still would not be able to ground all of those other transcendental categories if it isn't a triune God. So that's the point of the tag argument. So yeah, when people come up, atheists, Muslims, don't speak to me unless you can justify how you can speak to me. Man, I like that I learned the tag argument. It's actually fun. You know what? I got a good video for y'all to react. I got a good video for us to react to. Jay Dyer put out a video today. Now let's react to some Jay Dyer. That's what we're going to do. Since we're waiting for people to come on up, let's educate you guys. I'm going to educate myself as well more on the tag argument. We're going to do it together. We're going to watch a little bit. And it should be fun. Let's see. Unless we get some other people to come on up and join the stream. Once again, if you want to join the stream, click the first link in the YouTube description, and I'll bring you right on up. The first link, YouTube description. YouTube glitching, bro. This the only way to watch. I'm driving. Give me 20. I'm going to come in and cook you. Okay, this is Stu. Stu said that. All right, Stu. Is my YouTube glitching? Once again, if you want to join the stream, click the first link in the YouTube description, and I'll bring you right on up. The first link, YouTube description. Nah, it sounds good, man. No glitching. Let me turn the audio down because sometimes it's been cracking. I'm not sure why. Let me turn it down right here, though. Turn that to... That should be a little bit better. Should take out some of the crackles in the audio. So I heard a little crackles, like the audio was cracking up a little bit. All right, let's react to some more stuff. And if y'all have any clips that y'all want me to react to, man, you guys could send it to me on Instagram. Just make sure it doesn't have any music in it. Since we're live, I can't like play it real quick I mean, I could, but make sure it has no music. If you guys want me to react to some stuff, clips can't have any music, and I'll react to it. Bro, Cooley in rare form. Yeah, man. Oh, man, this is funny. Oh, this is funny. Cooley, stop saying Quran. You're Christian. Say it incorrectly. You're American. Say Quran. Quran. It's just mess it all up, bro. Tiger funny. He like, nah, bro, you Christian, bro. You can't say the Quran the right way. Say it the wrong way. like if you're a Republican, don't say Kamala. I don't even know how to say it. Say Kamala or whatever the name is. Just mispronounce her name because you're a Republican. Hey, yo, that's what that super chat remind me of. It was so funny. Like, I knew some of these Republicans knew how to pronounce her name. I'm terrible at pronouncing words, period. But, you know, these Republicans, just people in a lot of whites, you know, they're good at their pronunciation. And I knew they know how to pronounce her name, but they was doing it on purpose and mispronouncing her name. I really don't know how to pronounce stuff. So is it Kamala, Camilla? You can fool me, like I'll be fooled on it. But like some of y'all did it on purpose, man. And that's what this super chat is about. Cooley, I know you know how to pronounce it, but just mispronounce it because you're one of us. Oh, that's hilarious. All right, let's educate you guys a little bit on a tag argument. Time to educate you guys, man. It's gonna be. I'm gonna get some education myself. Shouts out to Jay Dyer, right? We're gonna learn a little bit because it's a very abstract argument, super abstract, and I've done 3 debates so far using the tag argument, and each time I got better and better, but I didn't like fully master it. But I am getting a little better with it for sure. And like mastery level is where it's like, you know, you can get yourself out of any type of, you know, hole that you may find yourself in with the argument. Instead of using like a debate tactic to get yourself out, you can like intellectually get yourself out of the hole. It's also not only just understanding the tag argument, and the tag stands for the transcendental argument for God, but it's also understanding your opponent's worldview. So it would be understanding, you know, the atheist that you're debating or the Muslim that you're debating, something like that. And atheism, to a degree, I do understand I'm understanding their worldview more because I'm debating more of them. And you guys, man, I don't know if you guys been watching, but like when I first started doing debate nights, I had a guy that used to come up. His name was, darn it, I forgot his name, but he was a black guy that wore glasses and he was an atheist. He used to always ask me, Cooley, when can I debate you? And we can do like a God debate, like is God real and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, I have no information on that yet, bro. Like I got no argument for you. God real because, you know, I believe of God. That's the furthest I had, right? But over time, right, I got better with arguing different topics other than dating and relationships. So you guys are seeing the growth as well, right? And debate night is not stopping. You're going to see me get better at arguing many different type of topics. Maybe even flat earth. No, I genuinely have no want or desire to try to debate that. Steve, I see you backstage. Let me bring you on up, Steve. Welcome to No Fugazi Podcast. Okay, Steve, this is the second time you did that, Steve. When you come on up, stay on. I'll bring you up. So it's the first link in the YouTube description. Come on up. I'll bring you up. All right. Let's start reacting to this. Kamala. Okay, Kamala. Kamala. Okay, that makes sense. All right. See? Brother Enoch David. That's how you got to do it for me. You got to break it down like that so I can pronounce it properly. That's what I need over here. Just don't do me how Twitter or X is doing Candace Owens right now. They doing her dirty. They bringing up every time she mispronounced a word. They're doing like compilation videos of it and just showing her mispronounce all of these words, calling her low IQ because she mispronounced the word. You're not necessarily low IQ because you mispronounce a word, bro. That's just wrong. That's incorrect. It's something else. Maybe it's a thinking problem, right? Not necessarily low IQ, though. Welcome to No Fugazi Podcast. What do you want to debate about, and what's your name?
Hassan Amani Bey.
All right, Hassan. What's the topic for tonight?
Nationality. What's your nationality?
Okay, well, I am in the nation of the United States, America. So my nationality is American.
Okay. Are you proud to be American?
Yes. Come on, man. I'm live right now, bro. This guy got on the towel. Listen, man. Come back in when you fully dressed. This. Are you proud to be an American? Homie in a towel with bird chest. Homie came in a towel. Chest was flat. Listen, man. Do some push-ups. I'm going to bring you back up. But before get dressed and at least give me a 50. I need one set of 50. I'll bring you back up. At least if you're going to come in no shirt off, bro, no shirt on, you got to have a pump at least. Like me, I can be shirt off. I don't need to do no push-ups because I left the gym right before I came on here. Hassan, get dressed and I'll bring you back up. Ronnie, I see you backstage. You just came back, Ronnie. See you back there. Get you up as well. Okay, so where was I going with this? We were speaking about the transcendental argument for God. We were also speaking about debating, right? And my progression in debating. But let's get to this. But yeah, man, my progress came a long way in debating, for sure. Oh, okay. Yeah, here we go. All right, get the likes up. And we're going to react to Jay Dyer breaking down the transcendental argument for God. I'm going to give you guys a little bit more information. And it's going to be very abstract. It's going to be about things that you normally don't think about. This is why I do consider it to be one of the best arguments, right? I do believe that this is one of the best arguments for proving God's existence.
So the goal of this video is to be a little more down to earth and try to make the case for God's existence in a way that you may not have heard. You can actually take the type of argument that I usually use, which I call the transcendental argument. I'm going to shy away from a lot of fancy philosophical terms. We'll have to use a few, but we're going to look them up. But you can
real quick. Okay, it seems like he put a shirt back on. That's what he's signaling to me in the camera. All right, man. Let's bring him up real quick. What's up, man? All right, so you got a True Religion shirt on. Okay, homie put on his True Religion.
I just got out the shower, man.
It's all good. It's all good, man. You got your True Religion shirt on, and what do you want to debate about?
Okay, it's not really a debate. It's waking the people up, man. Basically, letting people know their nationality shouldn't be American.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever heard of Moroccans?
Maracas.
Yeah, Moroccan.
Where's Moroccan at?
The empire is right here. We standing on the kingdom. Y'all might think over there in so-called Africa.
So Moroccan is on what continent?
Moroccan is the North, so-called American, South American, and all that. This the empire of it.
Okay, that's considered. So North and South America is considered Moroccan, and that was the name. Before, from what you're saying, that was the name before the Europeans renamed this America and South America, stuff like that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So then we should call ourselves Moroccan then. That's what you're saying.
Yes, sir.
Okay. With that logic, should we call the people that live in Africa Africans?
We call them Moors.
We call them Moors.
Everybody with melanated skin is Moors. Not black, not African American.
Did Moors call themselves Moors, or that Europeans call the Moors Moors?
The Moors call themselves Moors. Hold on. The Moors call themselves Moors. The Europeans called us black African Americans and all this extra stuff.
Okay, so the Moors call themselves Moors, and then the continent of Africa, that's the name, but that continent, right? That should be called Moors.
No, it's called Moroccan. Moroccan tie the Moors to the landmass.
I asked you, the continent of Africa, what should that be called? You said Moors.
No.
That's what you said.
No. Moors lie in all over. The Moors all over. So Africa should be called Africa, whatever it's called, whatever tribes. Just know it's Moors, Moroccan people live within them tribes. That's all I'm saying. We spread it all over.
Okay.
Get it?
And are you sure that the Moors actually called themselves Moors?
Before we lost our identity, yes, we always called each other Moroccans Moors. You know what I mean? We was all Moors brothers.
Do you want to Google this? I'll give you time to Google it if you want.
We can Google. We can Google.
No, I'm asking. I know, but do you want to Google this?
Yeah, I like to Google because it's still a learning experience to me too.
All right, well, go ahead and Google it.
Okay, and we Googling it. Is the Moors calling each other Moors before they got colonized?
I'm asking you, did the Moors call themselves Moors? Were the Moors Moors by themselves? Or did white people or other nations give them that name? Like, did they call themselves Moors? Yes or no?
I'm sticking to we was calling each other Moors.
Why don't you just Google it, man? Because you're wrong.
All right. See, I ain't trying to close it up. I don't know if you're going to... Can you see me still?
Yeah, man.
I'm new to
I
this.
mean, you're dark. It's dark right now. Your screen is dark, but I could hear you.
Okay, yeah, because I'm going to Google now.
All right, go ahead. Go to Google.
Okay. There. Moors call themselves people.
And you know what? I'll go ahead and put it on Google and bring it up
Okay.
for everybody, so everybody can see that you are, if what you're reading is going to be accurate or not accurate. So 1 second.
Now you about right.
Well, 1 second. Let me go ahead and bring it up so the entire chat can know if you're going to lie or not. Okay. All right. So here we go. Now, what did you say again? That Africans, the continent of Africa, should call themselves Moors because that's what they originally called themselves, right?
Pretty much.
But what does Google say?
I can barely see.
What does Google say?
It said no.
No.
The people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I know.
the people historically
it said-
referred to as Moors did not typically call themselves Moors.
Okay. Yeah, it said no. It said no on my end too. It was okay. That's what I was thinking. See, I'm learning. I'm learning too, but the basis of this conversation was to
what you can learn is to not speak about things that you don't have any information about. And you can actually learn that from me because I try my best at it, right? Like I didn't know anything about flat earth really. And I said that I don't really know anything about it. But what I can do is based off what someone else say, I can, see if they're being logically consistent to still win a debate without knowing any information on a debate. When you come in here, you want to present the best version of yourself as a man and only truly speak about things that you know. So if you take anything away from this, let's speak about things that we know. The things that we don't know, we should not speak of. Prior to me bringing you up, I was going to react to a video about the transcendental argument for God. I only started speaking about this argument for God and arguing for God using like this way because I started to learn. I learned about the transcendental argument. I haven't mastered it yet, still learning, but that's what I'm doing here now. So yeah, man, Hassan, nothing against you, man, but I got a platform. It's a big one. Come up here and speak about the things that you really know, man, and we can learn together. Because then I know I could trust you. And when you come up next, I'll be like, okay, Hassan is speaking about this. I know he knows about this. So let me go ahead and listen to him.
Got you, my brother.
All right, man. Have a blessed one.
Peace.
Did I commit like a very bad sin? Because this is like, why is this happening tonight? Like, God, like, what did I do to deserve this? Like, I've been walking in a straight line. I've been taking care of my household. I've been like doing the things I needed to do. And it's like, it's misery right now. Like the type of people that's coming in. It's like, I don't deserve this. What's going on? Like, what is this? What is this? Trump. What? I wish I truly knew how to do the Trump accent. I got the hand motion, but I don't have the voice. What? I don't have the voice. I got to work on my Trump accent, my Trump speech, right? That's what I got to work on. Nigga dumb. Oh, man. Listen, I didn't want to say it. It came out. Nigga dumb. Sorry, God. Nigga dumb. Oh, I didn't want to say it again. My bad. Nigga dumb. All right. Let's react to Jay Dyer. Oh, we got more people up. All right. So listen, Stu, turn on your camera, man. You sent the private message. You said you're going to cook me in a debate. I see you backstage, but turn on your camera. I'll bring you up. We got Tanner. Tanner, You got to turn on your camera too. So Tanner and Stu, turn on your camera. All right, right before I go back to reacting to Jay Dyer, I know y'all in here. Are y'all suffering as much as I'm suffering tonight? Any super chats came in? Please send me money. I don't like. Just send me all of your money. Like, it's the only thing that's like worth it for tonight's stream. Money. And y'all like Cooley. Cooley over here mentoring on debate night. Yeah. Like, he was similar to the other guy that came up. Well, it's the word, and you using the wrong word. Like, I came up here to speak about nationality, and you don't truly know your nationality because you are not American. What you are is Moroccan. I said, okay, we're Moroccan because of what? Because that was the original name of the continent of South and North America. So you're Moroccan. Now, mind you, I don't know what the original name of these continents are, but I'm just like, okay. So I'm like, well, Moroccan, isn't that like somewhere else though as well? Yeah, but no, this is the true Moroccan. So the tactic was just to ask him about Africa. He says, Africa, the true name is Moors. Oh, that's the true name? And did like Africans call themselves Moors, or did like someone else call them Moors? Like who? And then he goes to lie. Talk about things he don't know what he's talking about. Man. Tanner and Stu sounds like troll names. Probably so. No, Stu actually Stu clicked the link that's in the description. And when you click that link, you get to send a private message. And Stu sent the private message and said that he's going to come up in debate. And he said that he's going to cook me tonight. So, but he's still backstage and his camera isn't on. So I'm waiting to be cooked. But let's go back to reacting to Jay Dyer. So we can learn more about the transcendental arguments for God. And you know what I like about the argument is that it can be used in so many different ways. Like, it can be used cocky, like the way I use it. Oh, don't speak to me if you can't justify how you can speak. Like, that's super. That's boss talk right there. Like, imagine going to a cookout, right? And you learn a transcendental argument for God. And then you just like, you know how family be like arguing, like you got some side of the family that are Christian, the other side are something else, then the other side are atheists. And they're like, we don't really know if like there's a God. And then you whip out the transcendental argument on them and you're like, yeah, now justify how you can speak sentences. I know you are speaking and you can understand me, but justify, give an account for how you can under your atheistic worldview. Bars, that sound bossy. That's why one of the reasons why I wanted to learn the argument. I'll be honest. This argument fits perfect for my personality, but not only that, it is a great argument for actually, justifying that there is a God. So let's get into it.
You can actually retool this argument, or you can actually modify it to use a lot of different philosophical or logical principles to prove the necessity of a certain type of God, not just any kind of generic God, but a specific kind of God. And we'll get to that later. But first, what I want to talk about is how would I go about making an argument for God's existence?
Let me go ahead and speed this up. It's a little slow. And nothing to Jay Dyer. I speak slow myself, man. Okay, let's do 1.25. That should be better.
Since that you have never heard, given that we've been debating this for centuries, people have looked around and we've not really seen any new arguments for God's existence, or actually have we? In the domain of philosophy, you have certain paradigm level issues or paradigm definers that make any philosophy what they are, any worldview what they are. That's the domain of ethics, metaphysics, and epistemology. So in other words, morals, right and wrong. Metaphysics is just a fancy term for what exists and doesn't exist. And then epistemology is our theory of knowledge. How do we know what we know? Do we have good reasons for what we think we know? Can we justify, give an account for, and ground our beliefs?
Yeah, so what he's saying here is that all worldviews, they consist of three things, which is metaphysics, you got epistemology, and then you also have ethics. So ethics would be morals, right or wrong, like he said. Metaphysics is a category that is not bound by the physical. So it transcends the physical. So it's not the physical world, it's the metaphysical world. So these would be things like, like the self, logic, reason. Well, like we know we use logic. We know that we use logic because we needed to even speak in sentences. We know that the world and how things were created was in a logical way. It wasn't illogical, right? So we observe things being in logical ways and we speak in a logical way as well. But can you find like logic itself in a microscope? Or is there any evidence for it? No, there's not any evidence for it. So basically he's saying that the metaphysical categories, a lot of other worldviews just assume it. Well, at least the atheist worldview, they assume it without giving any justification how we use the tool. There's a tool, but they don't give no justification of the tool itself. They know how we use it. Like, okay, well, they don't really actually even know how we use it. They know that it's useful and that it's in use, but they can't justify the tool itself. It's like if you have a gun, you shoot the gun, but it's like, where did this, or a better one, the pyramids, right? We're like, okay, we don't know how they built the pyramids back then with the tools that they had. So, archaeologists and things like that haven't truly justified how the pyramids was built. They truly, still to this day, don't know. And it doesn't mean that they don't know that there's a stone on top of another stone and a stone here, and they can go into the pyramids and look at the art on a wall and go into the king's chamber. No, they know all of that. They know the size of it and all of that. They just don't know how it was built with the tools that they think they had back then. It just logically doesn't add up. Same thing with metaphysical categories. Logic, reason, induction, predication. Predication is how you form sentences within itself. Is how sentences are actually like structured. But you can't find predication in a microscope, right? When you look at the world and you observe the world around you, well, you see things is ordered in the right way because we're here. And it's if it wasn't, then we wouldn't even be thinking logical. We wouldn't even be thinking correct. We wouldn't be able to understand one another if things weren't ordered in a specific way. But let's move on.
Now, if you get into philosophy, one of the first things that you're going to encounter is the idea of causation or causality, cause and effect. For many centuries, this was a very profound, seemingly convincing principle in metaphysics that could argue.
Oh, we got to pause it. Stu came in. All right, let's bring up Stu. Man, Stu, please be. Stu, I don't know who you are yet. I didn't bring you up. But Stu, we had a lot of bad debaters with low IQ where they didn't really have the ability to think. Stu, I'm with all the smoke. Stu, I hope that you're smarter than me. Please. Actually, Stu, I want you to be smarter. I actually want to lose a debate tonight because I've been a victim of all of the low IQ BS. I want to lose. I want to debate the highest IQ person and get washed. Stu, I hope this is you. All right, Stu, welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. What do you want to debate about?
Hey, I was trolling with that comment, bro.
Man, you out of here, bro. So you don't want to debate then?
Nah, I don't want to debate. I actually
Get him up out of here. Let's finish. Man, Dana Gonzalez, you was right. You said that Stu and Tanner sounds like a troll, and you were 100% right. They were just trolls. All right. It's back to reacting to Jay Dyer.
Argue for or prove the existence of some kind of supreme, immaterial, non-spatial first cause. And this cause kind of maybe set the universe into motion and made it start ticking and, wound up the clock or whatever. But do we really know much about it? It's hard to say. Regardless, eventually the principle of causation, cause and effect, there's an event happening that, like a billiard ball hitting one and knocking another away, that this principle itself began to be doubted. In other words, could we actually see in the world a cause and effect, or are we just interpreting one event and another event and calling that causality? Now, I'm not saying that there's not a principle of causation. I'm just saying that became the skeptical challenge. And for the most part, philosophy, especially since the Enlightenment, has pretty much become skeptical and kind of given up on a lot of these metaphysical principles, except for a few holdouts. But I'm going to make a different type of argument with the cosmological argument. And I'm going to say that the principle of causation, not reasoning back through a chain or some dependence chain or whatever kind of chain to some first event, I'm going to say that the principle of causation itself is necessary to have knowledge at all in this world. In other words, rational, true belief that can be justified, that you can make sense of the world, relies on things like what we call the principle of induction, or the idea that nature will be regular over time such that you can study it in a meaningful way and make deductions about it. Well, that's a principle that is itself not physical or material. And it's very closely connected to this idea of causation, cause and effect. Now, again, we don't see under a microscope the law of identity or the principle of cause and effect or the law of causation or the regularity of nature. We observe events and then we give it that interpretation. But if those principles aren't real principles, if we're not actually discovering and learning these metaphysical laws of the universe, then we can't actually have a coherent, rational view of the world. Our view would be arbitrary and not justified. It would just be my assertion, your assertion, and we don't really know if these...
So let's pause it, because a lot of you probably don't even understand what he's speaking about right now. So let me go ahead and break it down for you. But some folks may actually understand what he's speaking about. So let's speak about induction, because he referred to that. So induction, there's induction and deduction. Deduction offers certainty. Induction deals with probabilities. So the induction principle, especially, so I'll just read it from Google here, what it says, but the induction principle is a proof technique to show statements, to show a statement is true for all natural numbers, or form a stating point by proving a base case, right? So that's the principle of induction. Now, you guys are probably like, well, coolly, bro, I hated math class and I don't even understand what you're speaking about right now. Well, if you're too low IQ and you didn't graduate high school, I only have a high school degree, so you guys should be able to understand this stuff just like I'm understanding it. But basically, that's the two. Induction deals with probabilities. Deduction deals with certainty.
Bubblings up of chemicals coming out of our mouths actually have any meaningful reference in the external world. In fact, as many of the philosophers of this time noted, we don't even really know or can we prove that.
Oh, well, let me give you an example. Sorry, guys. So for an example for like deduction, something that deals with certainty, like, okay, well, that's a tree out there, right? I can observe that. Yes, that's a tree. Or something that's certainty. You can say, well, like if you have one of these things and then two of the same thing, or one of these things and then another one of the same thing, then you have two of the same thing, something that's certain. I'm just thinking of examples. Induction would be probabilities. And if you think about it, both of these would involve logic, right? That's how we utilize logic, because you can utilize logic and come up with and have a good probability of something. And that it can be a logical conclusion, but it's not certainty, but it's dealing with like probabilities. Well, the probability of this, and it logically maps on that it's probably a high probability that that's the case, or a low probability based off of utilizing logic that's in there. Logic, induction and deduction is utilized within logic itself. So they have chemistry, like they work together. Two different principles, but they work in uniformity.
There is an external world. We know there's a lot of sensations coming into our eyes, to our cornea, et cetera, but we don't know if that's coming from an external world. Maybe it's just information that imprints upon our senses, and it's not some commonly shared external world. Now, I'm not saying that that's the case. I'm saying that there's no immediate self-evident way to know whether that is or isn't true without a different type of argumentation.
All right. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is this a little bit too abstract for y'all for me to be reacting to it, or you want me to react to something else? Let me see. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Y'all looking for it. Let me know what y'all want, man. We can react to some other stuff. I've been streaming for almost 3 hours, haven't had one good debate, so I'm a little annoyed right now. Only women and children get annoyed. I'm not really annoyed, but it's like, come on. It's like, come on. Ronnie, I see you backstage. Go ahead and today I can speak English well. Ronnie, how you write it wrong. I wish I can share my screen so y'all can see how Ronnie is a guy I had up on Tuesday's stream. He don't really speak English good, right? And then I said, man, when you come back up, like work on your English so we can understand you a little bit better. Like I was able to understand him a little bit, but in a private chat, he tells me he's trying to convey to me that today he speaks English well, but he wrote it all wrong. He says, today I can speak English well. Nigga, you can't even write English well. What makes you think that you can speak it well? And I want to talk because I be jacking up too within my own English language. But Ronnie, yeah, you do need to work on it a little bit. I'll bring you up when you work on it a little bit, man. I got you. Oh, man. What can I do? Yeah, because y'all want debates. Tonight is debate night. I know you guys. Y'all like, Cooley, I'd rather hear you argue the transcendental argument rather than listen to it being learned. Yeah, I know, Tyga. Yeah, Jay Dyer is a little bit too deep for my audience. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's a little bit, but you guys are on a journey with me. So as I get educated, you guys get educated with me, right? Let's go ahead and stop sharing that. That's for another time. I'll react to that a few months down the line. Like after you guys hear me defeat these people with the transcendental argument so many times, and then you kind of like understand it by hearing me argue it, I'll react to that one. And you guys will understand it. You guys at least will be more interested to want to understand it. Because that's the thing. Like if you're not really interested in something, you're not really going to want to understand what's being talked about. It's just going to be like, yeah, okay. And it's interesting is because there's a lot of people that don't believe in God. They're non-believers. And, there's many different arguments that people bring up, like a cosmology argument or what all these different type of arguments to argue God's existence. But I think that this is just one of the best arguments that stumps everybody. Stumps everybody, man. All right. Let's see. Just looking at the chats right now. Okay. Ain't nothing really going on too much in the chat. All right, man. Listen, I gave y'all a 3-hour stream. So, I mean, appreciate all of y'all for tuning in. We talked to a bunch of low IQ people. You know, it is what it is. We've reacted to some good stuff, though. So I think the people that donated, you got your money's worth. I think the people that watched, you've been entertained. I brung out the gun, right? I brung out my son. Listen, this is for a 3-year-old, bro. Like, this isn't, I know it seems like, you know, no, it's just 3-year-old. It doesn't shoot hard. Cock it back. You know, cock it back, shoot it. If you see from this side, if I shoot it this way, oh, the clip came out on one. Get the other clip in. But we got more bullets, right? Put the clip in there. And then it's tough, too. Watch this. Turns into a regular handgun. Ah! Bullet was supposed to come out. But yeah, man, cool stream. What else we got? Any other chats came in? No other chats came in. All right, it's dead for tonight, man. I'm out of here, bro. My old lady cooked me some food. I'm about to eat. And quick update. We do have a dating podcast this Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So join in that time. It's going to be fun. Going to have a few chicks talk dating and relationships. You know how that goes. And then the next open panel debate night is going to be on Tuesday. Once again, every Tuesday and Thursday is open panel debate night. This does not mean that I won't do like a random Monday stream or a random Wednesday or Friday stream. Well, definitely not. I normally never stream on Friday or a random Monday or Wednesday stream. But every Tuesday and Thursday between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m., I will be going live. And then as far as 1v1 debates, I am debating another Jubilee debater. I was supposed to be debating one today, actually, but canceled, got cold feet. But I'll be debating another Jubilee debater most likely next week. So you guys will see a thumbnail for that. Other than that, man, this podcast is no Fugazi. Appreciate all of you for tuning in for the 3 hours. Like the video before you go. Subscribe if you aren't. Click the bell icon if you haven't so you're notified of when I go live next. Peace! And y'all see the suit too, man. Listen, new studio, new podcast by the spirit, not by the letter. Bro, we can go verse for verse all day long.
Fade over.
Doing new things are okay with understanding the reality that we are in competition with one another. But you ladies think that you're special. We are in competition. Men are men of their word. So here's my word. I'll fly you out here and we can do it in person. And after that, we can box. I'm about my business. So remember I said, when I ask you these questions, I will dismantle your entire argument. That's the end of the debate, my dog.
I'm 39, but I don't look your typical 39.
Belly.
Yeah.
You look 39. It's okay though. That man isn't intimidated by a woman like you. He's annoyed by a woman like you. Because a man doesn't want to date another man.